Now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the JaBROcast for October the 13th, 2014. I'm Matt Olson. Join me is Kevin Herrera.
Hello.
And Carl Vollmer. Back again. And Brian Adams. The Brian Adams.
That's me, baby. The Brian Adams.
Ask for it by name.
It's on the middle shelf.
Hello.
Not bottom shelf, but I'm not going to say I'm top shelf. Not yet. Give me some time, though.
Top shelf where they put all the healthy food?
So little kids can't get to it.
Yeah, it's little kids.
That could be one of the most amazing burns I've ever heard in my entire life, Kevin. I don't know if you meant to do it on purpose or not.
Wait, what?
All the healthy food is on the top shelf, but I'm mid shelf, man. What the hell? What does that mean? What do I eat then? What the hell do I eat? I'm eating chili and fucking shit.
Whoops.
That poor asshole. I'm eating chili.
What were you thinking of?
I'm eating chili and dry ramen with the salt on top of it. Drinking fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon. No, healthy food. Fuck that shit, man. Mid shelf.
Wait, is that even considered mid shelf?
No, I don't know. Ramen's. If I remember, ramen was on all the shelves. You go to the Asian food aisle, and it was. Go to the Asian food aisle, and it was like, oh, Asian food. What the hell's that? Oh, India's not Asia, right? Nah, fuck it. Let's just put ramen everywhere. Ramen and teriyaki sauce. That's the Asian food aisle.
Sounds like Mitchell's.
It was Mitchell's.
Every flavor of top ramen.
They had a fucking 5-pound bag of knockoff sour gummy worms, but they couldn't find any fucking Vietnamese noodles. Come on, man. Mitchell's, fuck that shit.
I thought Vietnamese noodles was just ramen.
Do?
Fuck that shit.
Don't do that, dude.
Fuck that shit.
That was racist.
Fuck that shit.
Speaking of racist, remember at the Al Pharmacy they had to specifically label the condoms for the AOP students?
Did they really?
Oh yeah. The
Small size.
smaller condoms.
Mm-hmm.
Which, alright. 100% of us have probably put on a Japanese condom once in our lives. I was about to say Matt hasn't put a Japanese condom on, but I have a feeling like just for the fuck of it, you wore one for a day, you know. Just for the fuck of it, get it?
I'm bored.
Just
You know, why not? You know, just gotta, you know, he knows, but he had to try it on. And it's bad news, man. I didn't know it'd be like that, you know. It was all that there was. It was all that there was, right? I didn't buy my own, which is terrifying that I happened upon somebody who had their own, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Wait, another dude gave it to you, or the chick gave it?
This is a story
Of
all about how I met a lady who carried condoms.
Okay.
I was like, oh, hey, lady. And she was like, you know, just in case. And I was like, that's
Hey, you can use some of these.
That is very mature of you to be able to carry around condoms and not feel bad. And she's like, oh, no, I feel bad. And I was like, oh, fuck. I don't show anybody. The only people who sees are the people who... Anyway, long story short, that was painful stuff, man. I didn't expect it. I wouldn't say that I'm a big guy, but it felt like somebody was just like on it all night, just
Howling
painful.
on it.
Carl, how about you? When you put on a too small Japanese condom on your giant penis, how does it feel when you put that size, 2 sizes too small Grinch heart penis covered condom? How do you put that on your massive, most likely hairy hog?
Hairy hawk.
I actually have never had the experience of the pleasure.
Oh no!
See, he's at 25%. You were trying to pin this shit on me, but no.
Oh, okay. He was a sleeper. He was a sleeper on me, man. I
Dark
thought
horse, yeah.
when Carl goes to the store, he gets the Fist of the North Star XL condoms. That's the feeling, you know. That's like when I think having sex, I think someone thrusting their hands so fast that it blows people's heads up. That's right. I've seen Japanese porn. They're like chipmunks going at it. It's terrible.
It's
They
a
don't move
catchphrase.
much.
It's a
They don't
catchphrase
move much, but apparently it works.
Hmm.
Sorry,
They
what was that?
you don't move much if you don't got much, you know.
I'll say the catchphrase for Fist of the North Star is "You're already dead."
You already did, yeah.
So is it like you already came?
Pretty much.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about like necrophilia.
Yeah, it's also gross. But both
Yeah.
of those jokes are
Combine them.
they have their own crowds, you know. There's people who think both of those are funny.
Well, the one guy listening happens to be the fan of both.
I know. He's like, hey, I love Fist of the North Star and porn and necrophilia. That's great.
Well,
You guys
this is a
talk
show
about
for you.
everything. This is great. Let's go to the questions. Anybody? None? Of course, never. No one watches this shit.
Yeah.
Just listen to us make jokes all night and just like, we made some funny jokes.
Whatever happened to the dude from Idaho?
That dude from Idaho, freaking.
Wasn't that Alaska?
Terrell?
No, yeah, Terrell.
He wasn't
Terrell?
from Alaska, but he knew a lot about Alaska.
His name's not Terrell. He's Terrell,
Yeah, sorry.
and he
And then
worked
there's
on a
guy-
fishing boat.
A guy named Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Gilgamesh from Brazil. You guys need to let us talk with you guys. There's two of us. Nah. Sorry. Kevin, how about you? Putting small Japanese condoms on your giant penis. How did it feel? Huge penis inside a tiny bag. How did it?
It hurt. It hurt.
Terrible. How painful was it? Was it? Give me a really good metaphor. I want one good metaphor for how it felt putting your giant cock inside a way too small Japanese condom. I don't know why.
I'm trying to think.
I think that's the funniest shit I've ever thought of in my life. Is just no one is ever offended when you say that they have a huge dick. But no one's like happy that you're saying that they have a huge dick. Like it's this awkward. Like, do I say no? I don't. No, come on, man. It's not that big. No one ever says that ever. So it's like this perfect troll trap where it's like, how do you put pants on when your cock is that big? And they're just like, stop, man. Relax with the dick shit, dude. God.
Well, it's
Can't
not a
help it,
dick
dog.
all the time.
It's not big all the exactly. It's not big all the time. It's like a pirate's kaleidoscope. There you go. It's a kaleidoscope. You know.
One guy in high school told me some are for grow and some are for show.
Yeah. Kevin.
Yeah. Say what?
You grower to shower.
Grow a shower, Kevin.
I'm a grower.
Oh. You have a grower and it's that big flaccid? That's amazing.
Oh, Jesus.
That's amazing. I've seen it. I know.
What? What?
I've seen it. Everyone who's listening, no one. His girlfriend listens to it
What?
later. He'll get all the questions. How come Brian knows how big your dick is, Kevin?
Oh, God damn it.
I don't want to talk about this right now. Because I don't even know. No one knows how I know.
Well, besides talking about penises, Brian,
Uh-huh.
what have you been up to this week?
Literally just that. But just penises
What?
mostly.
Just being, what the fuck?
Just penises mostly, yeah. Just talking about dicks left and right. Big dicks, small dicks, like curvy banana dicks.
Red dicks, blue dicks.
Red dicks, especially red dicks, because of the blood moon. Yeah.
Red rocket.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just paying for things, running out of money, and then hanging out with Kevin Lemberger. As the AUAP students of the last cycle that I don't remember any of their names, but they all know me, I guess, they'd separate the Kevins with glasses Kevin and beard Kevin. But both Kevins had glasses on, but no one seemed to give a shit. Glasses Kevin and beard Kevin. Oh, you mean beard and glasses Kevin? Because they could be the same Kevin. And then he shaved, and then they were both just glasses Kevin, and it fucked everything up for a long time. But we
I showed up
drank.
way late.
Huh?
I came way late.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is
And then-
Kevin up to?
Hmm?
Teaching? Beard
What?
Kevin.
Beard Kevin? Beard Kevin the Lemberger, he is in Honjo City in Tokyo, or
I think
Saitama?
Saitama.
Honjo City in Saitama. He works for Joy Talk, which is a medium-sized ALT school.
The dispatch
works-
company.
Yeah, dispatch company. And he works for just elementary schools and junior highs, and he says he fucking loves it.
All right.
And he's just, dude, it's the best thing ever, man. I fucking... And then he's like, if you are willing to take that now $700 pay cut a month, you'd be so happy. He'd be so happy, he says. As we're just pounding beers back, being crazy. It was fun. And I'm thinking about how hard it would be to just go to Shibuya and walk into like a foreign like talent agency and be like, hey, can I be on TV? Because it's probably just to see what would happen. But I need to study that up a little bit more. Just because walking into a place being like, hey, give me a job on television, you can trust me.
It might not be a good time currently with your situation.
That's true.
Yeah. So you might want to think about it. Yeah, don't forget about that.
My situation.
Yeah. Don't you have an issue
I do have an issue, yeah.
with paperwork?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, when that gets all cleared up.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go like tomorrow before.
I'm
work.
not going tomorrow to be like, hey, I'm in Shibuya. How's it
John
going?
showed up?
Madden. I'm John Madden. I'm in Shibuya today. Since I've retired, I've gone to a lot of places. I tell you, I haven't found a good pair of chicken wings in this country. It's a terrible John Madden. It's not very good. I got to work on it.
Go back to tonight.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good quality. Boom! In the shower, I was trying to be Robin Williams today. 'Cause I took
Which role?
Oh no.
I was
Wait.
working on like a Robin Williams impression, but it didn't work out.
Why were you practicing in the shower?
I was just, dude,
Yeah.
come on, man.
That's where I do all my.
You've had moments where you just it ended up as me. It was the whole my mindset was like, if I try to be famous in some way, or if I try to be on the TV, who are people that I would try to like idolize or try to be funny like? Not exactly mimic or steal the jokes or ideas from someone, but who can I feel that when I talk about things, that if I think about my thought process, how I say punchlines, and how I act, I'm either really, really fast, like Robin Williams, where he's just throwing shit everywhere, and you got to keep up, and it's kind of funny, and you're like, fuck, I don't know what the hell he said back there, but he said something about everyone being nice to each other, and then he followed that up with a joke about vaginas, and I don't know what's going on, and it's crazy. Or I sound like Louis C.K. to where I just am angry sounding but funny. I don't know. A friend of mine said I sound like Louis C.K. And then another friend said I sound like Robin Williams. So now I was having an argument with like a hater in the shower about, dude, you're just some fucking Robin Williams knockoff, man. Fuck you. You're just trying to cash in on the fact Robin Williams is dead, man. You can't do this. You'll never be as good. And so I was talking down this hater in my mind in the shower while washing my hair, and that's when I started trying to be Robin Williams. If I was trying to be Robin Williams, I'd sound like Robin Williams. I'd sound like this, and I pretended to be Robin Williams, and I was like, that's not good. It's not bad. I could work on it as I'm in the shower. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I'm really kind of crazy sometimes, but it's not a bad crazy. Like I won't wake up covered in blood with like 3 baby heads crazy. But I am crazy enough to think about waking up covered in, like, that's my example of what a crazy person is. And that's pretty crazy that's my go-to, what crazy people would do. So it's like I feel like I'm a healthy insane.
A healthy crazy person.
What's like a functioning insane person? I'm not a sociopath that can't fit into society. I'm like Dexter, but I'm not killing anyone.
Yeah.
He's a functioning super sociopathic mega murderer, but he has so much charisma. Ooh. That's it. That's it for me, I think. Oh, I bought World of Warcraft, so I'll never see you guys again.
Did you get all the expansions?
Yeah, new one's coming out. And I basically, Marcus was like, hey, Brian, there's a new World of Warcraft coming out, and we don't talk ever, and we need to have more bro time. And I was like, dude, just come to Japan. He's like, dude, just come to Las Vegas. And we kind of had like a moment, because neither of those things are probably going to happen for a long time. And
See, in
so
Las Vegas.
he works in Vegas. Yeah, he lives with his family in Vegas.
What?
And he works at an ice cream shop.
What?
And he sells ice cream.
What?
In Las Vegas, yeah. He's been in Vegas for like 2 years.
Well, I've been in Japan for 2 years, so I guess that explains right away.
He hasn't been there for 2 years.
1.5, I believe.
1.5 would be closer, because I
Oh,
worked with him at Mukagawa.
Oh, yeah. Like, right after he got fired from Mukagawa for something. A guy hated him, I guess. I don't know what happened.
I didn't know what happened. It was, I don't know. Part of it was his fault. Part of it was just bullshit.
Yeah. Whatever happened, he got fired. And then he basically couldn't really pay rent in Spokane, so he went and moved with his family in Vegas. And so his parents got back together, moved down to Vegas, and have a really nice house. And I guess they're just hanging out in Vegas. And he works at an ice cream shop. And he was working at it's just a British couple, a friendly British couple, and they were like, hey, you want to work at our ice cream shop? And he's like, sure, and he works at their ice cream shop, and now they're getting really big, I guess. So in the next 5 months, they're opening up 5 new stores, and, ooh, excuse me, everyone, for my burp just now. We're gonna...
How did it taste?
It tasted like a protein shake and some kind of katsudon. It was pretty good, actually. I've had worse burps. It didn't hurt, so you know. Those ones that hurt suck, man. It's like, oh, that's acid, and that's causing damage to my esophagus that won't heal. Anyway, in the next 5 months, they're going to be opening up 5 stores in California, so they're growing. So, you know, if I get fired for doing something crazy at work, I probably will just go and ask to work at a fucking ice cream shop and not make as much money, but be a fun guy at an ice cream shop. And that doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. Just be a big fun dude at the ice. I just want to wear one of those paper hats. Like one of those old-fashioned like paper hats with the. For some reason, I've got the not bib, but the cooking gown with like fucking flour on it. It's like, why do you have flour? You're in an ice cream shop. You're like, fuck off, mate. You want ice cream or not? That's not very friendly. You said that you were a friendly guy at an ice cream shop. You're fucking up your own story. Yep. That's what my brain's been thinkings about.
Carl, what's your brain been thinking about this week?
My brain been thinking about. I don't even remember what I wrote about. Oh yeah. So on Tuesday, I went to Kobe just for shits and giggles, and because it's Kobe and it's about an hour and 15 minutes away, and it's Kobe. And so I went to Taco Zen, right? Because Taco Zen's fucking delicious. And then it's like, it's closed from Tuesday to Saturday because Naoki went on vacation or something, or didn't want to go to work or something. And I was like, well, that's bullshit.
Hanging out with Cody or something.
Yeah, you know, I want some fucking takoyaki, and Naoki's not going to hook me up. And no place else in Sannomiya makes it as good as Naoki, so it's not even worth getting.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
fresh green onions, man.
Yeah, and you know the place that's right across from Naoki?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place changed a little bit. It's like a yakiniku type place, I think.
What?
I went in there, like I was like looking at the signs on there, and it was like that doesn't look like the place it used to be. It's not like a katsudon place or anything like that.
Right.
So like that like completely changed. So I'm like, oh fuck. And then like, so that's why I ended up at Burger King getting the black
Black burger.
kudo diamond.
The squid ink.
It wasn't called. They didn't call it the Black Pearl instead.
No, the black pearl is the one. Oh, the pearl is the one that has no vegetables, and I like my vegetables. So
Yeah, so do I.
Matt's over there making some sort of that's disgusting face while drinking his beer. But
Yebisu.
yeah, that's some good shit. But yeah,
Kevin's the one that got me
basically
hooked
that
on
was closed. And so that I went to Burger King and had my black burger, and that was fucking delicious. But then like at night I wanted to go to yakiniku, and so I went to go to this yakiniku place, and they're only closed on like the first Tuesday of every month.
Oh shit.
So it was the first Tuesday of the month. They're
Fuck,
closed
man.
one day per month, and I went on the day that they're closed.
Oh my god. That's good timing.
The two things
Yeah.
you wanted that day you didn't get.
Yeah.
And then you
so,
had Burger King instead.
so
Which I don't think
instead-
it's all that bad.
Yeah, Carl said it was fucking delicious just now.
It was delicious. It was just I would have rather had Taco Zen.
I'm sure.
And so I ended up going to Ishinden in Sannomiya, and
Nice.
yeah, you can't go wrong with Ishinden.
Can't really. It's not expensive and the food's decent.
Yeah, and the beer is just I don't know, it's just beer, but
Isn't that
at the
Keating?
same time,
It's
I
not Asahi, right?
think they're Keating,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, Ichiban.
it's fucking amazing. I don't know. Maybe it's like I think it's the temperature. Their beer is like the perfect temperature. It's not like too cold.
Cold glasses with not
Yeah.
super cold.
Yeah. I don't know. And then I got to look at Japanese textbook, like a specific textbook that they give out in like middle schools across the country. Like it's like government sponsored textbooks for their moral training class.
Propaganda.
Kokoro no noto. It means like what's in your mind, I guess. Like it's basically like they just like read about what it means to be Japanese and what they need to do to be Japanese, and then like they write what they feel about certain things and stuff, and like it's
Get graded on
really
it.
it's really fucking nationalistic. It's crazy. Like I can't believe that they have something like that. Like it's like you have to honor the senpai kohai relationship because that's how strong schools are built and that's how nations are built. It's because if you respect the people above you, that's good, and then you have to be a good example for those that are younger than you. And then they're like, and you need to learn Japanese culture because without being Japanese and without knowing Japanese culture, you can't spread Japanese culture to the rest of the world, and we can't have a strong country.
Okay.
Like, it's some really nationalistic shit, man. Like, It's crazy. The government just like produces these textbooks and sends them to the schools. The schools can elect to not have the class or to not use the textbook. But like there was a woman in this class that she used to teach at a middle school. She was a teacher at a middle school for like 10 years. So like, oh yeah, I know these. Like, oh shit. Like, oh damn. But then like you think about it, right? Because it was like in elementary school we say the Pledge of Allegiance every single day.
Yeah,
Well, through high school.
yeah.
Did you guys do through high school?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my high school is on a military base.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I only did it through like elementary, and like they would do it like sometimes. I think they did it sometimes at the middle school, and then once I got to high school, they never did it again.
I don't remember doing it at Heritage.
Yeah, I didn't do it in high school, but like at the same time, like I didn't even think about it. But that's really nationalistic too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that were, probably engendered into us that we don't even think about. Like, we would have to look at it. We would have to be completely removed, which we are right now, but, I mean, we would have to see it in education in terms of, like, because, we're, like you were just saying, in Japan, it's a we thing. Like, they focus on the senpai-kohai relationship, where when we were kids, it was like, you gotta be
An individual.
Gotta be the very best. The
you have
best
to
there ever was.
You have to be different.
Catch them is my real test.
What?
Unique, like everybody else.
It's my comment.
Yeah, but then at times in the certain educational areas, it's like it's okay just skating by and being like average.
Hmm.
I mean, I held myself to a different standard than one of my classmates had usually, so I didn't give a shit about what they said. But in terms of that, I'm sure there's something and we just don't know what it is because naturally.
Well, and a lot of it is like in like our textbooks and shit. Like American history is like,
I hated that class.
God, they don't teach you anything other than America's awesome and we saved the world twice.
Yeah,
Twice, yeah. We saved.
I think I learned all of that from Team America though.
Except like when you actually study like World War I, we
It's really
didn't do
depressing.
shit. We just came in right at the end, right enough, right at the last moment to be able to say that we won the war.
We did it.
Even though the war was pretty much over by the time we got there.
We just took the killing blow.
I mean, World War
we
II.
can't.
World War II was largely based on us, but we wouldn't have even had the opportunity to kick the Nazis' asses if Britain hadn't held on.
Yeah.
Right? We would have had no base.
Dude. Britain, man. Like, damn. They got bombed so much, so long, for forever. And America's just like, you guys are fine. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're fine. And then, what? I don't know, man. It's just insane. History. All that stuff.
The Nazis were pretty crazy too, because like once they got like stopped and they didn't have air superiority to be able to actually invade Britain, they like actually tried to like get Ireland to support the Nazis so that they could attack England. They're like, look, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and we're Britain's enemy, and you hate Britain. We could be together and then just fuck over England. And then England was like, don't you fucking dare.
Dang, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, but crazy. How they were like, dude, you hate England, we hate England, fucking dude. And then, no, man, that's scary. Don't do that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had something to go along with. Oh, when you guys were talking about schooling and teaching and all that stuff, how basically, like, the Industrial Revolution is what has pretty much created the school system that we have to this day. Maths and sciences and languages are the big three that are focused on so that there can be international work being done by a bunch of really good robots, more like robots with the best brains out there, the best minds to be able to do something really well for as long as possible before dying, really. So that's why arts and humanities and all the stuff that people think is really a waste of time to do nowadays get shoved underground because you can't make really good money. The CEOs can't make money with a bunch of rock stars, but they can make a lot of money with a bunch of guys who are good at math, I think. At least that's my thoughts of it. For when my son is a ballet dancer in the future.
A philosophical ballerina. Ballerino, sorry.
Yeah, but then, anyway, the other thing that I've been working on is trying to think about what I'm going to do with this big, huge typhoon coming. Cause,
Dude, seriously.
no, dude, I want to, go to the store and, buy a bunch of food and shit just in case, I get stuck in my apartment for, a week.
Is there legitimately a river near you?
Yeah, there's a river right next to me, and it flooded a couple years ago, actually.
Shit, that's freaky, dude. You should. That would be the smart thing to do. There's nothing wrong with being safe, you know?
And then the other thing that I'm worried about is my garden.
You have a garden?
I do, dude.
I'm so jealous. Do you have, a balcony or something, or?
Yeah, I have a balcony, and so what I did is I went to Daiso, and I just bought, a bunch of pots and shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm growing, negi.
Okay, yeah, that's what
Green
I'm wanting to
onion.
do. I just don't have the right hours.
Yeah, I have green onions. I have snap peas that are going to they'll probably be good in May or so. They'll probably be good to eat.
Matt doesn't give a shit. We're talking about vegetables.
I've got some basil growing, and then I've got some radishes that'll be good to eat in a couple weeks.
Nice.
And then the radishes I can just replant and they'll grow again so that I can eat them before it's too late.
Right? Dude, you should do some moyashi. That takes a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look
I
into
remember I
it.
did that in middle school. It was the cheapest thing.
The negi is really cool because you just go to the grocery store and you just buy the normal negi that they sell there.
Yeah,
And then you just cut it and then you can use it and then you stick the end in the soil and it grows.
Yep.
Super easy, but
It's amazing. Same with potatoes. You just go to the store and you let potatoes just rot, and then you put those rotten potatoes in the ground, and then they grow more potatoes. That's
yeah,
what my
with this typhoon coming, I'm really worried about my garden because shit's gonna get blown over and all my negis that I've been growing for the past 3-4 weeks is just gonna be toppled over and have
Can you
to
bring them
restart.
inside?
Well, I don't want to bring it inside, but I'm gonna have to, I guess.
Man, if you want to save them, man, you gotta bring them inside.
Yeah.
You either pray or you bring them inside. The
Or
choice is
you buy
yours.
a bunch of plastic and cinder blocks if you can do that.
Ooh.
But-
No, man, that
I don't know if you wanna carry cinder blocks on your
growing
boat.
your own negi is the way to go, man. It's Naoki, he grows his own negi
Yeah, in the
for
store.
taco zen, and it's the most amazing negi you'll ever eat, man.
Brian, did you ever have takoyaki with Cody?
Cody.
No.
What? Dude,
Oh,
he
you don't even know taco zen. But dude, you want to know what's something even more bullshit? So Cody, this must have been Thursday, I think. He posted on Facebook. He's gonna go get some tacos in, and I'm like, dude, it's closed until Saturday. And then he's like, no, man, he's opening it up for me.
What?
And I'm like, that's bullshit. Fuck.
He's probably fuck it, I don't feel like driving during the typhoon. Oh,
Oh.
Cody, you're coming? Yeah, we were in a band together.
Well, shit. He's Cody was better friends with him than I was,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I actually know his name. Cody, he went there every single week after Baito, and he still never learned his name. He just calls him Taco Zen. He's like, oh yeah, Taco Zen.
Yeah, I remember
Zen's
when
gonna open it up.
he told that to me. It's like all of us, right? He told all of us. We're just like, what?
How do you not know his name?
Yeah.
He literally went there every week.
Man, I don't fucking need make such good.
This takoyaki's so dope, man. While we're on the subject of Kobe Gaidai, shout out to Robert Kegler. He's at work right now. He couldn't be with us.
The Kegler.
Yeah, I invited him, but he was like, "Oh, I have to go to work."
Oh man.
Where's he working?
I don't know. Last time I knew about his work, he was working at Uniqlo in Germany.
Yeah, I think I
That
heard
was a while back, though. And then
Isn't he gonna be in Japan in like November?
that's what I fucking thought. I thought he was gonna be in Japan this month.
Ah, that's what I thought.
That's what he told us, right, Matt?
Yeah, we were watching the I was gonna say Super Bowl, but no, the World Cup.
World Cup.
The Super Bowl for the rest of the world.
Speaking of Super Bowl and World Cup and shit, I'm so sick of America calling everything world champions.
Yeah, okay, here's
World
my
Series
thing.
of baseball.
Well, the World Series kind of works
It
because
features, yeah, some.
it features one team from Canada. The NBA features one team from Canada.
Used to be two, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like NFL calling themselves world champions.
Is bullshit.
Yeah, and you know, and the thing with the NBA and Major League Baseball is they do have players from around the world,
Like the Spurs are really international.
right? They have a lot of international players. You could technically call them world champions. I mean, the best players tend to play in the United States because there's more money in the United States.
I wonder who put that in. I wonder if Roger Goodell's like, we're the world champions.
Yeah, but like,
Roger
Well,
Goodell.
that's been recent, right? World champions? To be called world champions?
yeah, probably.
I remember growing up, it was always Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, but like world champions of the sport that only we play.
Yeah.
Not
that
true.
North America plays. Because
I
there's
guess-
not enough competition worldwide to say that it's a world sport right now.
Yeah, there's not any international players in the NFL. Not very many.
Football competition.
Like
There's
you
a
never,
competition, but I don't know I forgot what it's called. It's a international American football competition, and IFAF, yeah, the International Federation of American Football.
that is so contradictory.
Yeah,
The International Federation of American Football.
yeah, it's awesome.
Fuck you, world, is what they're saying with that name.
Well, the fun thing is that it's funny and fun and funny. There's 64 countries that play IFAF football, but it's basically they have it's kind of like the American Football World Cup, and the last few years it has been dominated because they actually allowed America to play, and America came in.
Pick one Texas high school.
Basically,
They go all the way to 6A, right? 6A, 7A, or something like that?
yeah, the International Bowl. Let me click it.
International Bowl.
The International Bowl, beginning in 2010, a series of four games were played between the best 19 and under players from the United States and from the world. Were played on American soil. The games lasted from 2010 to 2013, with the United States coming out on top with a 3-1 record. Oh, so we lost to a team from some other country. We picked a bunch of kids from high school, and we beat up a bunch of kids from other countries in high school in 2010.
Yeah, but think of like high school gear here. Like, what about those other school places? I mean,
No, I went to the American Football Club and I did some coaching in Mito, the Mito football team, and their helmets are really, really good helmets. But
Do you have spikes on them?
no,
Not good enough.
clearly don't understand football. All right, so
Or I know
But-
too much about it. I don't know.
maybe you do.
that'd be cool though.
There'd be, it would probably. I'm surprised it was gonna happen in the XFL, but they kept.
You hate me, I hate you.
Dude, the XFL was like the greatest invention of all time.
It was
Dude,
amazing.
I really liked it.
Dude, that's what they should bring back, the XFL.
Yeah, T.O. will still have a job.
Right? They're bringing back all of this shit, you know, the M&Ms and the
Surge.
Surge.
Oh
They
my
should bring
God.
back the XFL and green ketchup.
Did they really bring back Surge?
Yeah, but it's only being sold on Amazon.
Damn it.
Yeah, right now, the IFAF World Championship, it's happened in 1999, 2003, 2007, 2011, and 2015. 2015 is going to be in Sweden. Since 2007, America was allowed to play. The first 2 times, though, the final score was Japan beating Mexico. So Japan has 2 gold medals in American football, and
That makes sense.
America has 2 gold medals in American football. And when America played Japan, well, let me see. Here's the stipulations for the Canadian team and the American team. The United States did field a squad for both 2007 and 11, but with extreme restrictive criteria that make most American football players ineligible for the team. Despite the restrictions, the United States has won both world championships in which they have competed. Similarly, Canada, where Canadian football, a related sport, has widespread popularity, did not participate until 2011 competition, and then in 2011, the United States got first place, Canada got second place with a victory, America beating Canada 50-7.
That's because Canadian football requires 12 people.
Yeah, so they weren't ready to have one less person and one more down. They were like, "What's going on? This is crazy."
Wait, we're only allowed
And fewer yards.
to put one person in motion?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the fact that they have one guy running at the beginning. But yeah,
No, I mean, like,
50-yard lines.
you can have multiple people motioning in Canadian football.
so Japan, before America was allowed to participate, Japan was killing it.
Of the 64 countries, how many of them have a U.S. military presence?
Out of the 64 countries, let me go look at the.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
I wonder.
I'm curious about the connection there.
I have a similar feeling. Let me see. It's just the 64 countries. Let me read. Wait.
A bunch of Europe is there, like Western Europe.
Yeah, pretty. Well, I mean,
Sweden's
damn.
interesting, but Japan makes sense to me.
Yeah, Japan is the strongest American football team outside of the Americas.
Well, it makes sense because they have schools like ASIJ. They killed Yokota last year. They killed my brother's team, both of their teams. They had the mercy rule.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, well, at least they have a mercy rule.
And they oh shit.
8-man football is a mercy rule, which is crazy because I watched the state finals of an 8-man game and the game was over at halftime, and it was just like, damn, that was the final.
8-man is crazy, dude.
8-man is bananas.
How does that work?
You have 8 guys playing football.
It's a smaller line? Is it a full offensive line or just?
You got 3 linemen.
Yeah, usually 3 linemen.
Three
Scores
usually
end up in
3
like
linemen,
50s or
sometimes
60s.
4 linemen.
3 linemen, a quarterback, what? A tight end and 2 receivers, or 2 tight? No.
Or you just have 2 receivers.
Yeah.
Right
Running
away.
back.
Usually there's a running back.
Damn.
And it's like, if you have one guy who's really good, imagine flag football, except with pads.
Jesus.
And so if you got one guy who's really talented and he's just shitting on everybody, that's 8-man football.
One Reggie Bush.
Yeah, no, for real. It's shenanigans.
Yeah. I'm just saying, credit Reggie Bush when he was in college.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we have something. Oh, I thought it was a question. Matt?
I mean, the thing with 8-man football is like, you know, in like the 11-man football, like one guy can dominate, but like with fewer guys, it's just like even. Jesus Christ.
Jeez, Matt. Is that real?
I don't know.
Wait, hold up. I'm looking on YouTube right now.
Middle O's anime commentary. No, it's not real.
Fake.
You don't know. freaking what's his name, Herm Dean, singing.
They're just making fun of him because that's the second. It's just he made a stupid comment about having mercenaries go fight ISIS.
Yeah, true.
And so now they're trying to make him look stupid by like, Goku could fight Ebola.
You don't have to try to make him look stupid.
No, that's true.
It just make him look stupid. Well, actually, he does it himself. But
Matt, did you see the first comment on that? He couldn't survive that future heart virus. I'm calling Ebola Damn.
Without that future medicine,
Yeah.
he got called out, man. He's an alien, bro. He can't handle our human sicknesses.
Yeah, it's like what killed the aliens in War of the Worlds.
the air.
Oh,
Yeah.
the flu virus.
Yeah,
Cold virus.
just a regular virus, yeah.
Common cold.
That we've spent years.
Impervious to nukes and missiles and guns and shit, but
Biological warfare. Not even biological warfare, just natural infection.
just sneeze on them and they die.
To be honest, that War of the World remake, when you just see giant tripod things having sacks full of humans, and they just grab a human, and then suddenly they disappear into a mist of red goo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the most.
With Cruise, right? Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Just
What could have
one of
been
the most depressing, terrifying ways to just die, just to get turned into a fuel source for a killbot.
Oh, they didn't get killed.
I thought they got mulched when they got, like, they would reach down and grab people, and then suddenly, when someone would reach down and get grabbed, like,
They
they
got
would...
sucked into the pod and then...
Yeah, someone gets sucked into the pod, and then
Like a jail
outside...
thing inside, though. It was just cages, right? Because Tom Cruise gets sucked up into one,
Oh, shit.
right? They're just collecting humans, isn't it?
He gets collected because his daughter got collected. And then then he Tom Cruises his way out of there. I'm pretty sure they're not going to mulch.
Was it because he was Scientologist?
Maybe. They were like, oh, hey, dude, what's up?
Oh, you know Lord Zeno? You know Lord Zeno too?
Dude, Zeno and me are like brothers, man. And he's just like, oh my god. Dude, you guys, we almost mulched this guy. He knows about Zeno. Get out. No fucking way, man. You know, when we first landed here and you had those B-52s, and I was like, those look suspiciously like those giant things that we bombed. I don't know the religion cult, so I don't know. I don't know enough about it to make fun of it. It's not worth my time.
You gotta have your thief level checked.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. I had a bag of popcorn today.
Are you feeling stressed?
Am I feeling stressed?
Stress test, man.
No, man.
What kind of popcorn?
Oh, sorry, that's...
Because I got some...
Orville Redenbacher.
Oh, okay.
I got blasted butter up there. I'm about to pop a bag. But I also need to sleep soon.
I got this, like, Chicago-style, like,
Chicago? What did
popcorn
you say?
from Lawson's. And it's, like, tricolor, but it's only cheese and caramel.
You say caramel?
Yeah?
Okay.
Because I'm a West Coaster.
What?
Caramel.
Yeah, caramel.
Get the
I'm not
fuck
a West
out.
Coaster.
It's caramel here in the West?
Carl, how about you?
What?
You say caramel?
You need caramel corn?
Caramel? Yeah, caramel or caramel.
Caramel.
Wow, I didn't know that. I'm outnumbered here.
What?
I'm
Wait, do you say caramel?
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Huh.
This is West Coast, East Coast beef.
How can it be West Coast, East Coast?
Even though it's opposite sides of the state.
I grew up on the West Coast.
Caramel, man. Caramel corn.
Weird.
My grandma called it caramel corn, so I called it caramel corn. That's it.
Yeah.
My grandma is an old lady. I don't know where she was born and raised, but I think her grandma probably called it caramel.
How about caramel apple?
I say caramel apples. Yeah, don't know why. I eat caramel corn, caramel apples.
Yeah, it's actually like a weird word because, yeah, the pronunciation is really arbitrary. Because you caramelize things, and I agree with that, but I don't know. Whatever.
So in Japan, they say
Caramel.
caramel, which messes me up.
Caramel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was just having this conversation with students, so
Do you guys say soda or pop?
I say neither.
Do you say drink?
I used to say Coke when I
Yeah.
lived in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what flavor of Coke would you like?
Now, what Coke would you want? Root beer.
Pepsi,
Alright.
please.
What Coke you want? Root beer. Alright. My grandma, because I did say pop, and I was like, could I have a pop? And my grandma just hit me. And I was like, why did you do that? And she'd be like, because I gave you a pop. If you want a soda, I'll give you a soda. But if you want a pop, I'm going to give you a pop. And I was like, how very abusive of you. You just were angry that I was playing too many video games because it's the hot sun of Oklahoma, and there's scorpions, snakes, and fire ants out there that are going to fuck me up if I go play in the yard. Do you mind if I keep playing video games? Don't be a hater, lady. Give me a fucking pop. Then she'd punch me again. And I was like, damn it. I just want a soda.
Yeah,
And
when
that's
I
how
was a kid, I think I called it a pop, but I don't even use any of those words. Soda, pop.
I call them back. Do you got a Pepsi?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
any Sprite, man?
Yeah, I go like,
Sprite. The fuck?
wait, there's debate. Sprite, 7-Up, or Sierra Mist?
Oh no.
In America, I say Sprite.
No.
Throwing that in there.
Yeah, in America, I'll go with Sprite.
I like Sierra Mist.
Dude, I do too.
Sierra Mist.
Oh man, fuck
Sierra
y'all.
Mist is good, man.
Dude,
Sierra Mist tastes like chemicals.
Sprite
Sierra
had
Mist tastes like chemicals because it's all fucking chemicals, man. What do you want?
Can be at
Sprite
least agree
hides
that
it
7-Up
better.
is shit.
hides it better. Ew. Sprite had like this insane like in my face.
When I drink 7-Up, it just tastes like it's just like if you
It's
got
real flat.
it's carbonated water with some sugar in it. It's flavorless. 7-Up is a great mixing drink if you don't have anything that tastes good.
Mm.
Oh snap! Justin was
How about
talking
DNL?
Carl, don't say anything. It's news for Matt.
How about DNL?
DNL.
The
DNL.
7-Up upside down drink they had like in the early 2000s,
Oh shit! Yeah,
which I think was just caffeinated.
I tried it a
7-Up.
little bit. Dude, for me, 7-Up was only when you played Heads Up 7-Up.
But 7-Up is
Or that 7-Up spot game for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Yeah, 7-Up had a fucking video game for Sega Genesis.
Dude,
Man.
so did our company for DS.
Yeah,
What?
the Nova.
Nova
Yeah,
Draggy game.
Need to fucking track the shit down.
no,
Why?
I'm sure it's fun. I don't know.
Well, I guess they used to like sell like the rabbit like at UFO catchers and shit.
Well, apparently the company, when it had 900 schools in a country that doesn't need 900 schools for.
They're well on their way again.
They spent a ton of money. They spent a ton of money on marketing, which is they probably didn't use it right.
They oversold their promise or whatever.
No, what I heard was the owner of the company, the head guy, was like, "We can't close any schools. We're not going to close any schools, even though they had like no people." So basically, what happened was rent was their downfall.
Hmm.
And they're doing that again right now. I can see it happening. It's stupid. No, it's really dumb.
It depends on which part of the company. The main company is fine.
Of course the main company is going to always be fine because those guys are fucking millionaires.
No, because they went through something bad. Now they're being conservative.
Yeah, they sold out insurance to G Communication. Yo. Whatever. Let's open up a store every 6 months. All right. Every single store needs at least 2 teachers and 2 staff. No. Eight schools, 4 staff,
One teacher.
5 teachers. Okay.
I think it's too many staff.
3 teachers here. Oh yeah, we got one more new staff lady and she is like 6 foot tall.
Legit.
No shit. She's pretty cool, dog. She's actually no, she's I
Play
think
volleyball or some shit?
she's 5'10". She played volleyball in college,
Thought so.
and it's just like
You sing the Shingeki no Kyojin theme.
no, because I'm taller than her. So, but I'm
Seems
sure
rough.
the students when we both stood up in front of all the kids for like, all right, so this is what we did for today in kids class, and she's standing next to me just timid as shit because it's her first day on the job, and they just throw her to the wolves with little to no training. Go for it, you'll be fine. Who's your teacher? You got Greg and Brian? Oh, those guys are cool. You'll be cool. So the whole time I was just trying to make her like not freak out.
Yeah, she kept calling Scuba
Yeah,
as expected.
no.
And at the end of the day, I talked to her, welcomed her to the
On
to
the phone?
team. I welcomed her to the team. But
Oh, nice.
uh,
Welcome to the
she
Ibraki.
was supposed to come to Scuba.
Yeah. She might be in Scuba, but there's most likely she's gonna be in Mito Minami or Mito.
Why would they put a young person in Scuba?
Yeah, they gotta keep them away from me. What?
You didn't have to do like the rubbing.
Oh, you saw the rubbing? You felt the rubbing. You didn't
I know how you do it. So
Every time I think about like something eating something in a really creepy way, I think about that first or one of the bosses from the very original Power Rangers, to where when he ate somebody, their face was on his stomach. I'm not the only one. That's not just me going crazy, right?
Oh wait.
It's like a giant frog that would eat people, and then their face would be on his stomach.
Speaking of Power Rangers, do you
Uh-huh.
guys know?
No.
We made some new one.
No, they're rebooting the movie in 2015. No, 2016.
Oh shit.
And dude, it's gonna be like they're trying to get like a really epic cast. They're going for people like Thor's brother, the other Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah, Loki.
Yeah. Forgot the guy from what was it, Twilight? I'm trying to remember what his name. No, not Loki.
The Pattinson.
No, Chris Hemsworth's actual brother. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they look almost exactly the same. They're both really big, strong-looking, beautiful guys.
Yeah. So Liam Hemsworth, I think is his name. Liam. Liam.
That's
I hope
an
so.
unfortunate
I hope
name.
so, because Liam is just a cool fucking name.
No, that's an unfortunate name for anybody that's not Liam Neeson.
That's true. But Liam Neeson makes that name cool enough.
Oh, the Pink Ranger is gonna be what's her name? Chloe Moretz, the girl from Kick-Ass.
Oh. Okay, I can see that. If her hair wasn't purple, then if it was plaid blonde, she'd totally be Kimberly, whatever her name is. And then random Asian lady for the yellow one, right? Why don't they pick Chi-Chi, that beautiful Asian lady?
Who?
She'd be a great yellow
You mean
ranger.
Rothman?
I guess, dude. You
Oh
know.
no. What's her name? From Hangover 2, right?
I think so.
Jamie Chung.
Beautiful lady.
Yeah, dude, she's hot.
She could work there. The Blue Ranger, I think, would be the Hemsworth guy, right?
No.
That'd be Red Ranger. He's Red Ranger.
Who's gonna be the token Blackie? No, seriously, watching that show, like,
Yeah, when you watch it back.
as an adult, you're like, this show is really actually kind of stereotypically racist.
Whoa, hold on. Brian, you were actually really close. So, I don't know these names exactly, but Michael B. Jordan as the Green Ranger, Chloe Moretz as Pink, Jack Gleason as the Blue, Jamie Chung for Yellow, Rashawn something for Black Ranger. Jason David Frank is going to be Nordon. Meryl Streep. Rita Repulsa.
Holy shit! Holy shit, that's really good.
I don't know if these are real, but Key and Peele for Bulk and Skull.
That would Holy shit!
I don't know if that's legit though.
Key and Peele for Bulk and Skull would be so good, dude.
I don't know if that's the actual list or if that's just the fantasy cast that they want.
That's totally just fantasy.
Meryl Streep as Rita is fucking amazing.
If they can get all those people, I would watch it for sure.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it for Key and Peele. Key and Peele is the funniest shit.
Dude, come on, man. Bulk and Skull were actually really funny.
Bulk and Skull were bomb.
Yeah.
They were like the stupid, not bad guys, and then in the movie they were cool.
Yeah, they were the perfect comic relief. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Back to the Power Rangers.
Up to Kevin.
Me?
Yeah.
Right now?
Oh. Sure.
Well, that was a really...
That was a really terrible transition.
No, I'm just getting back on track.
Just garbage.
What am I up to these days?
Recently. The last week.
Well, last week. Well, other than riding my bike in the typhoon,
How was that?
sucked. I've been telling students it felt like I was going backwards, even though I was still moving forward. There was a point when I was going back uphill that I thought, if I got off my bicycle and walked in this rain and wind, wouldn't it be the same? Like, say,
Like one of those gravity hills?
it just felt like I wasn't moving, even though I was.
No?
Like no
Brian
one, would
shaking his
notice
head.
no one would have noticed if I was crying, and I did show up like soaked on Monday, just before Brian showed up. And then I've been someone watching something.
I was watching Brian shake his head when I talked about gravity hills.
Anyways, I'm concerned about loans because I officially have like not a lot of money left in my American account, and I had to like plan it out. Like, do I spend 4,000 yen just to go to the base to put money into my American account each time, or can I just like open the thing that Brian has and send money for 2,000 yen each whenever I want to, instead of like because Yucho charges 2,500 per
Transfer.
per transfer, plus 1,000 yen if it's over 10,000 yen, and then whatever they have bank charges. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's the wire fee.
It's at least 3,500 yen just to send over 10,000 yen home electronically, not even physically, of course, but that's just for them to like process it. That's just the handling part. And then I don't know what kind of charges my bank might incur just to international whatevers.
Yeah, for me, like I think it's like a $12 or so like wire transfer fee or whatever that my bank does.
So I'm gonna do what Brian has. It's Shinsei Bank's Go Remit. Highly recommend it. It's better for people who want to just constantly, like not constantly, but regularly. Yeah, consistently, regularly put money in, because it's just 2,000 yen each time. And I asked Hitomi for help, and she actually researched it in Japanese, and because some people have to do that, for their kids abroad. And so they use Shinsei, and it's a pretty big cut. Like Brian, you just pay 2,000 yen each time, right?
2,000 yen. It's 500 for the transfer, and then it's 2,000 to send it.
Yeah, see, that's way cheaper in the end.
That's the same as the.
No, that's it.
Post
Though.
office.
No, there's no other.
No limit.
On top of that. No, there's no limit. There's up to 100,000 yen, so $1,000 each time. But like there's no extra kind of fees like between for your whatever you're doing.
Any extra money that's cut off is because the yen is cheaper than the dollar right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The company takes $25, and then they get it to your bank
The only
in
negative,
the same day.
The only negative is the application process.
Was it the same day?
Yeah, I send my money, and then within 8 hours, it's in America.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude.
Yeah, you just have to wait like 5 days or so.
It's as long as I get in there before, like, near the end of the day. If I do it early in the afternoon, it's same day almost. But if not, it's next day.
Yeah, between, what is it? Funds received by 12 p.m. on business days will be processed that day, otherwise anything after. Oh, sorry, wrong. 3 p.m., Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the one hearing words on this website that I opened. No wonder. Sorry, guys. Other than worrying about loans and shit, we had some people come in the other day who were speaking Spanish, and well, first off, I was going out just to like get some air and like stretch out, just not in the building, and as I'm walking out, this family's walking in, and the dad just, he assumes, so he's just like konnichiwa, like in really bad, not perfect Japanese, and he just, not typical Japanese style, just starts asking me many questions at one time. And I'm like, hello, sir. Like, I put on my, like, super American voice, like, and it's just, oh, how are you today? Like, ignoring all his questions. And then his dad's like, Papa. And in Spanish, he's like, he doesn't understand Japanese. He's a teacher. Like, the little, like, 8, 9-year-old's just like, duh, dad. And so I was like, sí, no entiendo japonés. And so he was just like, oh, but you speak Spanish. And I was like, fuck, no, I don't. So I need to get back into Spanish because I don't know why I studied 4 years for nothing. So, but yeah, I have a new student I'm so excited for her because she's a Spanish and Japanese speaker, which means she can hear L's and R's much faster than anyone else in her class.
Is she Peruvian, maybe?
Yeah, she's Peruvian, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, Matt, the fuck?
Yeah, because there was a Peruvian student at my school who was he's just like a total bro. Like he just like started just talking with us, like like a regular dude in English.
Yeah, but I'm excited for her because she's coming in. She's gonna be coming into this Saturday class. So hopefully she can. She being someone who isn't Japanese as well can knock some sense into these fucking little kids sometimes. Someone else.
Or they might isolate her.
I don't know. She's not a small person. And I mean, like, she just looks like she has like a bigger build than people. Like, I didn't know she was a child age. Anyways, and then so I want to study more stuff. I just have no energy or a place to do it in my room because, like, I can't move my desk into a more comfortable spot. You know, Matt. And so I'm trying to figure out where to study. And then the only other thing that I've been doing recently is I downloaded this app called Swerkit because it was free from Amazon, and it's like a circuit workout app. You just set a time and it gives you workouts, and then it's basically like you don't need any weight, like any kind of actual equipment. It's just at-home workouts. Like there's even like office workout. So I use it for stretching and just basic stuff, just to do stuff here in my house instead of trying to find a gym during a typhoon. How about you, Matt?
That was me. So this week I had a end of the first semester party with my junior high school. And it's also a welcome party for me.
It's already end of the semester for you?
Yeah, I guess the semester is like from April to October.
At your school or your
high school, like district. the school district, like Utsunomiya, I guess. I guess other schools, like in Japan, they have like 3 semesters or whatever.
That always confused me because isn't that technically? Never mind. I don't even want to.
Yeah, it's weird. So right now I'm on fall vacation. So from Saturday to Wednesday, I have a 5-day weekend.
The hell?
Yeah. But there's a fucking typhoon going on right now, so any plans I was going to do, I can't do now.
Oh no. So you have to stay at home and do whatever you want instead of having to go to work.
No.
Cry big tears for you, man.
I don't have work, so
Cry bitter
things
tears
I
for you.
want to do on my days off.
No, that's true. That would be bummer butts. And
So I
maybe
just
the
stay
internet
home.
will get knocked down or something, you know.
Yeah, the internet gets knocked down, and I may contemplate some dark thoughts.
Oh no. Don't do that. Just drink a bunch of alcohol.
Drink a bunch of alcohol, which I did at this party. Drank too much, actually.
You
Dude,
drink a bunch of alcohol at a party with kids?
No, not kids, adults.
That
Oh.
you sent out was crazy.
Yeah, I drank like too much. I don't know. I guess I was trying to prove something.
Yeah, no, that's what I did. That fucked me up. That ruined my Bonenkai. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. I showed
Don't
up.
drink too much.
I showed up. I showed up to the Bonenkai and was just ordering straight double whiskeys for like 2 hours, and I was like, I can drink, because I was sitting next to a guy who's like, you know, everyone in my family's died of alcoholism, and I'm gonna die from it too. And I was like, man, that sucks. Let's try to drink each other under the table. And he was like, you have no chance. And I was like,
Who was that?
some guy.
Okay.
He was I think he's still a teacher, maybe. I don't know. He was a pretty friendly guy. And just the whole time I was like, just complimenting people for being really cool. And then I got really drunk, and I don't remember leaving anything or going anywhere, and I woke up on the toilet in the karaoke place.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was just like, hey, Brian, you drank a lot. And then this one big guy who quit named Tim was just like, we're going to get that evil out of you, brother. He was really friendly. me and Chris, like, we were both just gone. Stupid, wasted. But he wasn't completely, like, I was blackout, dumb, poopy, dumb, stupid. And he was Chris. So, you never know how...
81.
Right, you never know how good or bad a guy is, 'cause that was the first time we had drank together.
Matt, what's your impression of Chris?
First impression was he basically approached me, kissed me on the cheek, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Carl's face.
Okay.
I was like traumatized.
Yeah, hey, Brian, please channel Chris real quick. What was Chris's word? What did Chris say about Matt?
I'm your friend Matt, is it? How long have you been friends with each other? Oh, we worked together for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, well, worked together for 1 year, and then I went to Japan, and well, we've known each other for a long time now. He's a bit of a social retard. What? Yeah, the first time I talked with him, I went up to him and I said, "Hello, my name is Chris. Nice to meet you." And he looked at me like I just fucking told him that I was Bigfoot or something. He just gave me this big dumbfounded stare like he was afraid of me. That kid's a social retard. I'll tell you what. I don't know how you and him are friends, really. It's different.
That's
You're
what
not a social retard.
Yeah.
that's what he told me too, and I was like,
Okay. And then it was like, dude, this guy doesn't like you. And you're like, fucking, he kissed me on the lip. The first time I heard the story, you said he kissed you on the lips, so it was the cheek, not
It
the
was
lip.
cheek, I think.
yeah, I thought he kissed you on the lips.
Yeah.
Matt doesn't know.
It
And
was a
so
great
Chris, I don't think remembers kissing you.
Yeah.
Kissed you in a place that made you uncomfortable.
Well, I was at karaoke, so I was comfortable, but
But the kiss made you uncomfortable.
yeah, and then I was like,
Yeah, and then he had nothing but positive things to say about your AKB song choice.
I think just because there's a lot of young women in the video from the Ogle.
No. No, he actually said that I didn't think that guys liked stupid shit like that, is what he said to me. And I was like, wow, Chris.
Why
You want to
wouldn't
get some you want to get some donburi? Yeah, sure, why not? So he drove me to
Why wouldn't you think that guys like that? It's like 48 women dressed in bikinis.
Well, he's an interesting person too. Like
he's a perverted man, but he's like a not pervert. Like he's perverted to the point of like he's a realistic pervert. Like he doesn't want to look at anything on TV.
he's a pervert who knows his age and that he's also a father.
Yeah.
He like angrily told me like because I was just asking him like how long you been in Japan, like what's
What's your story?
yeah, and he was like, oh well, I have a an ex-wife and kids. I'm not, and I work because I want to support my family. I'm not one of those assholes. Like he just like got all defensive on me. I'm like, oh, okay, Chris, thank you for the meal. And he's like, stop thanking me. And I'm like, but you refuse to let me pay for my own food that I can afford, so I just wanted to say thank you. He's like, seriously, that's enough. And I was like, oh shit, I think I just made him mad. Like he was getting all defensive. I'm like, jeez, my first time meeting you, sir.
That's enough. You're not one of them. All right, dude. Shit. He's like, my father's impression of the Japanese when he first told me about Japan was surprisingly spot on. I didn't believe him at first, but he told me that the Japanese will either be at your feet or at your neck. And I believe that he's not lying. He's not a liar. My father's a good man, and it was just like, oh, cool, yeah,
Yeah, he was like, he gets super defensive real fast. My father is a good man. What? I never mentioned anything about your father. I never even talked about how you're a good dad or not. Why are you talking about your being able to support your family? Unlike other guys, I was just like, oh, this is one of the coolest guys, but he really aggressive.
He is really cool, though.
Yeah.
Of all the teachers I've met, Greg's really, really cool. But, I don't know, Chris had this crazy swagger that you were just like, you're mean, but you're right. Mm.
He just told it like it is. Like,
Yeah.
To be honest.
From his point of view, at least.
Yeah. You could see where he was coming from.
Yeah. Like how he basically got ousted from the company was, I can see how that worked against him.
Yeah.
So it just, I didn't feel bad, but I didn't also like agree with what happened to him.
Yeah.
But then as I've talked to students, I've learned that he never actually taught anything. They just talked a lot. Still like him though, he's a cool guy.
Got nothing but positives. Well, I mean,
Relatively speaking.
he never used the book, but I mean, the books aren't good, but they're not bad. Whatever. It's something that anyone could mimic. Any native speaker could mimic it and whatever, make money for the company. So it's the bare bones minimum that's required to teach a lesson. All right. I thought I was muted still.
Yeah, my classes are even less of that though. So, like, you guys are doing a lot more language-wise.
Shit, man, that's saying a lot. That's really saying a lot because I
Yeah.
thought it was very little.
Yeah,
That's why I've been recently telling like students to take the extra. Like we have, the grammar stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that I have more fun with that because I learn too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you muting yourself, Brian?
No.
Fucking liar. What are you eating? Is it like super loud chips or some shit?
Popcorn.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I didn't drink enough to start puking. I was basically on that. I was playing the really.
You're at the bottom of your throat, full.
Yeah. I tried puking, but I couldn't. So.
Oh, why would you try?
Because it's hard to sleep when you feel like you're gonna puke all the time, man. Might as well just puke.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah.
This is when I was still at the bar, but couldn't do it. So just endured. It was just a constant like dice roll. Am I gonna puke or not? Yes or no.
Or like,
Man, that's bad.
you weren't like drunkest person at Zips drunk.
Probably, yeah. Like, I mean, at the moment, yeah, I was double fisting a beer and a Coke highball, which is a bad combination.
If you're a pussy.
Mixing drinks.
Mixing cola and beer, that's gonna get you the bubble guts.
Well,
Real good.
the whiskey and beer, right?
The small amount of whiskey, yeah. Still whiskey.
At the point, like, I had like over a dozen at that point, though. So.
Yeah, at that point, it doesn't matter what you're putting in you, man. That's bad.
How many did you have total? You said 13 plus.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. I think the math didn't check out when I like did the list, but.
Yeah, it was like 13 plus, and then like the math on it was like 18 drinks. That is plus 13, but that is a big difference. I'm gonna get a drink right now. Actually, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had to do they had me do like a speech, like a welcome speech.
What the fuck's going on? Yeah. Is that before
So
you
I-
or after?
I had a few drinks on me already.
On you, on your shoulders.
Yeah, just sprout them out. Into my mouth.
Turn them off.
And yeah, so basically I had to do the speech in Japanese because I mean it's during high school, so the English teachers they could understand English and they studied it, they're licensed or whatever. But most of the other teachers don't know English, so basically just did the Japanese version.
Oh, dude,
well.
this is nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah, I told us to the other dudes before, like on my first day at elementary school, I had to give a speech in Japanese in front of 900 kids. Like it's like their welcome back assembly, and like, oh yeah, here's our new ALT. I did like a Jigo Shokai.
Oh, Jigo's Sosei isn't too bad, but if it's
Yeah,
like an actual like speech or whatever,
And it's basically like,
or like
thanks
you're
for
not,
being so kind to me. I've been working here for a month. Happy to help you guys. Let me know if you need help. Please talk to me, because I'm lonely. That's just the gist of it.
you know what the really bad one was for me was the well, there was a couple of times. One was like I got interviewed, like at like some like marathon taikai, like I don't know, it's like nomikai, but it wasn't really nomikai. It wasn't like get shit-faced plastered. It was just like just drink a few beers and have fun the day before the marathon taikai. And it was like the mayor of the town found me, and they're like doing interviews with people that have like interesting stories.
You're white. You're interesting.
You're white. You must have a story, and you're going to be interviewed. And it was like, oh shit. And they get me up there, and they're like, oh, so what do you think of our town? And they're like,
It's a town.
yeah,
There's people. There's things to do.
yeah. That one was bad. And then the other bad one was the play festival thing that they had at Kobe.
Oh, dude, I don't even. I had fun doing it, but I didn't enjoy the venue. I didn't enjoy like the pressure and the unnecessary like shit we went through.
See, I wouldn't have. Well, okay, the pressure was kind of a little bit much, but I wouldn't have minded it if everybody in the group was actually doing what they were supposed to be doing, and one person that didn't do his shit.
I always tell that story because a lot of students ask me like, you know, are there really countries that take like breaks during the day? I'm like, yeah, like Italy and Spain and in Mexico.
Europe.
Yeah, like southwestern Europe, and they're like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, well, yeah, time is not so. There's not punctuality is only important in this country and like business countries, but in Europe, there are some countries that just don't give a shit about time. And they're like, no way, that doesn't make sense. So I had to give the example. Like, well, I have an Italian friend. Friend, if you want. Yeah, sure. Wow, Brian.
Yeah, we decided that we were gonna have an extra play practice at 9 o'clock, which is completely normal and totally Japanese that we did it. But the fact that he didn't show up until like 12 o'clock, when he's
Day of.
yeah. Well, no, that was just the practice at the theater.
Oh, yeah.
That was our run through at the theater. He didn't show up until 12, and we had a morning practice at 9.
Oh,
And we
jeez.
can't do it because he's the main character. We can't practice because he's the main character.
A part that he volunteered for.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
It still breaks my heart that I fucking got pneumonia on the week that I was supposed to be the genie from Aladdin. Like, that would have gone down in history as the best time of my fucking life.
Who covered for you?
Daiki?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Daiki or
Daiki or another guy that he was tall
Nope.
and skinny and kind of cool, depending on who you're talking to. Everyone, all the girls that I talked to said he was kind of a perverted guy, but perverted doesn't mean bad because the boss of my rugby team now is basically a rapist, I guess. Like, Jesus Christ. Alright, that's a funny story. I don't know if I've said that story already, but I'm gonna say that story now. This is old shit. It's old hat. It was when I went to Kobe back in the day, and it was just I went to, then they did the undokai, or the sports competition. All the teams fight each other, and it's fun. And then everyone's drinking a lot of alcohol in the lunchroom, and then that party's over, and everyone's like, all right, let's go home. And I was like, all right, it was great, it was really fun. And I was about to leave, and then everyone's like, hey, dude, this is just party one. Party two, which is just rugby and fucking kendo only every time. It's just rugby, kendo, and basketball, I think, will go sometimes. But just those three clubs just get shit canned in that clubhouse room, man. It just smells of alcohol even when it smells like dead alcohol. Like someone died from alcohol overdose, and then their ghost just floats around there like a Harry Potter ghost, just puking and fucking making it smell stanky in there. And it's the best thing ever because I go there and I black out, of course, because I still don't know my limit because I haven't been drinking as much as I figure I am. And suddenly blackouts happen. And so blackout from, I think it was when I mixed like red wine, whiskey, and something else together, and they were like, that doesn't look drinkable. And I was like, you're all pussies, and I drank it, and then that's all. I woke up. And I wake up really early to people arguing, and I see a guy in his underwear.
oh shit.
That's normal.
And he's just walking around in his underwear only. And then there's a girl wearing his clothes, just calling him he's just a piece of shit. She hates him, right? She's still wasted. I don't know if she just got done drinking, but the reason she's wearing his clothes is she puked all over him. So he gave her his clothes to wear so that her clothes could get washed. So that she... Right? Says everyone that wasn't wasted. Whatever. I don't care if they were banging. I don't give a shit.
You were in the room, man. You could have been part of that. You don't even know.
Dude, if I was a part of that, man, I'm not dead yet, so I didn't have any super death diseases put onto me from beautiful Japanese girls only. And
Hey
then,
man, I've heard stories that make me wish I had never used the bench press.
Yeah, dude, me too.
yeah.
Really close friends of a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And Jack. What?
Jack, he was there, man. We were growing
Dude,
up.
they're getting married, Carl.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Kanako and Jack.
Yeah, they're getting married.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was definitely. I found out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's legit. Poor Alex.
Poor guy.
Dream.
But
Tried to freaking. Anyways, go ahead.
wasted. People are wasted. Everyone's drunk. She's yelling at him because she's like, "How dare you say anything bad about the rugby club? The rugby club is a proud organization. How fucking..." And he's like the leader of the rugby club right now, and so he's like, "I didn't say anything bad about the rugby club. I just said something bad about this guy." And then that guy was apparently she basically was like, "Well, that guy's like a rapist, so fuck him." Because she was like, but he's overseas right now on something going. He's learning English or whatever. Sleeping with women. I don't know, being a rapist. I don't know what he did, but he was over in America at the time, and so I was just sitting there. I had bought 3 Aquariuses, and I was like, I need to finish all of these before I go back to bed because my brain is not mine right now. I need to recharge, get some electrolytes and salts and sodiums and stuff my body needs. So I'm sipping on these things, just sitting there listening to this argument that's basically him just like, I didn't say anything that you're saying I just said that this guy's a douchebag. You can't say he's a douchebag, he's a part of the rugby team. How dare you? If you say he's a douchebag, you're calling everyone in the rugby team a douchebag. And then I was like, no. That's stupid. You shouldn't think like that. That's dumb. And then she was like, well, you can go fuck yourself. I never want to see your face again. If you ever show up to any of the practices, you can go kill, you just die. And I was like, what the hell did I do, man? This is like drinking. And then the guy is getting yelled at the whole time. He's like, man, she's just angry. And so we're like drinking Aquarius, like making this wasted chick. What the hell? What did you say to make her so mad? I said that guy's a rapist. And I was like, is he a rapist? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, what makes him a rapist? And he's like, he raped a chick. And I was like, I don't know, that makes him a rapist. I don't see any... There's nothing wrong with what you call. He's a bad guy, man.
Logic determines.
Well, if he did that, he's clearly won.
It's pretty much, this is a black and white issue. If you rape somebody, you're a rapist. There's no, like, oh, it was only like half an inch. That doesn't make me a full rapist.
Yeah. Terrible. True, but it was great. And then her boyfriend is just like, hey, are you done being crazy so we can go home? This is like 5:30 in the morning. The first train was starting pretty soon. I was just like, man, I need to go back to bed. This is stupid. I was getting upset. And he was just, it was the greatest moment. And then she, later as I go back to sleep, wake up, she like runs into the room, shakes me awake. And then she's like, I'm sorry for saying that you should go die. Please don't think anything negative. And then she like full on like head to the waist, 15-second bow. And I was just like, are you kidding me, man? Just go home, lady. You're wasted. You are too drunk for anything. Just sit down somewhere, not around me. Just calm your tits.
Do you remember the basketball circle party, Kevin?
Yeah.
That one chick that was there, oh my god, she was so fucking... Like, that party was
That
really
girl was
funny.
gonna get something later. Whoever. She seemed like she was horny as fuck.
The funny thing with that party is there was like 3 people that were just flat out trashed, hammered.
Yeah.
And then
They weren't even
everybody
there
else-
for basketball.
And then everybody else was just kind of drunk.
Yeah, and
Those 3 were
like
just
the circle leader, who was just a second year at the time, was like, he had his own personal whiskey flask in his pocket.
He was one of the trashed people.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, dude, that was a fun circle to just drink with.
I joined like tennis club, right? And I was like, oh, like clubs in Japan, it's like we do sports, but we also drink. Like we're a drinking team that plays tennis.
When your dad played for Eastern or whatever he said it was.
Yeah. Well, that's what my dad explained.
Yeah,
Eastern's tennis team. Like he was like, we didn't win very many matches, but we would have outdrank any team in this guy. But like I come to Japan and I know that like clubs do a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
We didn't drink ever.
Yeah, I don't remember you ever talking about like
No, we didn't. We didn't like
guys.
our Shinkan. It was like we drank apple juice
Get the fuck out.
and cottage.
It's like the actual like
It's what
the
it's
It's like a
supposed
junior
to
high
be.
school or a high school.
it's like the how do I say like the actual image of a tennis team.
Yeah, we had tea and we had milk tea and then we had like juice.
Because at the same
have
time
poo?
for basketball it was like just straight alcohol.
I know. I was like, and
Me and Alex
the
were
thing
like,
is,
oh shit.
the one for the tennis club was after I had heard the stories of you and Alex just getting shit faced at the basketball club one. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to drink. I'm gonna get shit faced. And then I'm like, where the fuck is the alcohol? I'm just thinking like, where's the alcohol? Where is it? And then there's nothing. And I'm like, maybe this is the school appropriate version. And then we're gonna go get shit faced later. And then everyone's like, oh, see ya. We're going home now. What the fuck?
Yeah, Aki. It didn't get crazy until Aki showed up in the basketball one because he walks in and he's everyone's senpai and he's just like, someone give me a fucking beer right now. And then like they throw him a beer and he's just like, psh, fuck yeah, basketball. And then he just downs it and he's like, hey, who are you? And then he comes straight to me and Alex and we're like, what's up, man? Oh, you're American? Yeah. And then he's like, I just got back from Canada. I love weed. And then he's like, and then he lived in a house with like I think I told you before, like
Yeah, he said it was international.
an international house with like 10, 15 guys, and all they did was smoke weed, and that's why he believes in world peace.
Dude, I don't think he's wrong about that.
I don't disagree. Yeah,
I
But,
think if everybody would
Don't do
smoke a little
fucking
bit more weed.
anything when you're high. You can't be angry and high. I haven't seen an angry stoner ever.
I've seen a drunk stoner, and that was terrible. Poor Kyle.
Oh god, that was his very first party.
Very first party ever. You guys done that to him. You done did that to Kyle. That poor kid. That poor kid.
He didn't drink at that party though.
No, he didn't. But
But he showed up drunk.
no.
We
Some
just took him to the party to get the experience of a college party.
some guy from the Grove. Was he from the Grove?
We don't know. Nobody knows where he came from.
They're never from the Grove.
Nobody at the party knew him.
Yeah, some guy shows up. Smelled just like marijuana, but he was like, Carl, how many beers did you give him? One, two, one?
I gave him one.
You gave him one, and then he just took one.
Yeah, and then he just took one.
Yeah, he put his hand in your 30 bomb.
Yeah, and just took it and then opened it, and I was like, dude, really? What the fuck, man?
Yeah. And then he stood there, puked on himself, drooled, and then went into the room and slept. Or passed out, I guess.
Well, remember when he
Woke up?
he punched your friend?
Yeah, he woke up, and then he came out, and then he punched, I forgot his name, the cheerleader guy.
Yeah.
Shit.
Which cheerleader guy? The blonde one?
No, he wasn't the guy who carried the girls.
Oh, the guy that would clap behind the girls, one of those dudes.
Because he wasn't. I don't remember his
They
name.
were really bad at like getting the girls. They like got the real small girl with the ripped ass guy, and then they got like the 5'10" chick with like the 6'8" dude. Like, she's not going in the air. He's not picking her up. So they're just like, all right, let's go Eagles. And then
Yeah, I fucking forgot his name, and I forgot how I knew him, actually.
I thought he was in one of your classes.
I don't know, dude.
That's major, but
I know his face, I can't remember his name. Yeah,
yeah,
but
like,
yeah, he got punched, and he's like, I can't believe I took that punch.
but it wasn't like a punch. It was like slow motion punch. Like
Yeah, dude, I remember it being like the slowest punch I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, he got hit in the face.
Well, even the guy that got punched was like, that was like the only time in my life that I've been like, oh my god, I'm getting punched.
Yeah.
oh shit, that's a punch coming, man.
Yeah, he watched it the whole way, and I was like, he's really gonna let that hit him?
Just what With just one of these fucking coming
No,
at
dude, slower than that. It was like,
you. No.
It was like literally like,
connected on his right jaw, and he's just like, he just looks at everyone. He's like, "What the fuck?"
did you just punch me?
That guy's fucking. Then the drunk high guy's just like, oh my god.
No, then the one dude, the buffer cheerleaders came out from the room and lifted him out, basically threw him out. They just picked him up by his like hoodie and then threw him out.
I can only think of hoodies. When anyone says hoodies, I just can't think of anyone with that much.
What?
He fucking just walked into my fucking house, man.
Who?
Okamoto. Mike. Talking about stoners that are annoying.
Dude, he. Yeah.
Like, I was in my house, just hanging out, and then in through my back door walks Michael Okamoto. And I'm like, the fuck, dude? And he's like, the front door was locked. And I was like, yeah. What? And he's like, where's Monica? She's not here, dude. Oh, I guess I'll wait, if you don't mind. I'm like, dude, get out of my house. What are you doing? It's not just your house, so I'm the only one here who owns it. So, dude, like it was not okay. And he like the first time I met him, I'm holding a rugby ball, just like tossing it to myself. And he's like, "You like rugby?" And I was like, "I have a rugby ball."
I can tell you that I like rugby.
And he's just like, "Well, that doesn't tell me anything." I was like, "All right, tell me an American that you know that has a rugby ball and doesn't like rugby." He's like, whatever. Like, he was mad at me because he's a jackass. I was like, dude, what? Man, I didn't like it. It wasn't.
Yeah, I understand. He showed up to my house high once and ate all of Hikaru's snacks. And he's like, "Alright, man, I'm out." And I was like, "Alright." And then I didn't apologize to Hikaru, I just bought more snacks.
Man. So his neighbor, right? His neighbor is also like a crazy Bahat seller who has chinchillas. He had 2 chinchillas. He had 2 chinchillas. No shit. I went into the house the first time I meet this guy. I see he has chinchillas. I see him, and he's just this really chill dude. And I was like, he lived in the Hobbit hole next door to Michael. And so it was just like, oh man, he was a really cool guy. And he like gave us brownies, and they didn't have any pot in them, so it was like, these brownies are pretty good. And then he was making a batch of brownies that were potty. And I was like, I don't need any of those. That's cool. So we're getting stuff, and then suddenly, I talk about like, so what's it like living in this house? And he's like, well, sometimes it has these crazy like acoustic moments, where it sounds like when you talk to someone, it sounds like they're behind you, because they're across the room, but their voice, the way it echoes around the room, it sounds like they're talking behind you, and it terrifies me. And I was like, are you sure that's not the weed, man? He's like, no, it's not. And then he went to a spot in the house, turned to me and was like, this happens. And it was like, this happens, like in my ear.
Was it because of it's a dome?
Yeah, because of the dome.
The way the acoustics
sounds like this. And I was like, holy shit! Like, it freaked me out, man. Because it sounded like he was right behind me. And then he was like, yeah, it's crazy. And I was like, stop talking. Get away from where you are. Stop. So I moved and it helped. But we get on to Michael Okamoto somehow, because he's the only person. I thought there was only one room to these, and I thought that Michael guy lived in them, and he was like, fuck that Michael guy. And I was like, what? And then Monica's like, why does everyone hate Michael? And then he had his own story. He bought chips, and he was making pico de gallo.
Oh my god, I've heard this before, yeah.
He was making pico de gallo for his own chips, right? And then Michael's like, no, dude, no, that's not how you make salsa. And he purees this guy's pico de gallo and turns it into, like, soup, basically. He's like, now that's how you make salsa. Then he grabs his chips and he dips the chip into the salsa, and he's like, "These chips suck for this salsa." And then the guy's like, "'Cause I was fucking making pico de gallo, you stupid shit." And it was like, you are the reason that those chips don't work for that salsa, you cunt. And I was like, I've had these moments. Oh my god. I instantly became, I don't remember his name, but if I ever see him again, I'll be like, "Hey, you're that guy who hates Michael Okamoto too?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're that big guy who hates Michael Okamoto," and we'll hug. That's how, I think that's what'll happen. We'd probably hug. I need a hug, because I haven't seen you in a long time. Do you still hate that Michael kid? Yeah. Come here, give me a hug.
Yeah.
Like the same hate that like Louis C.K. has for Jazanthropus, I feel like I have for Michael Okamoto. From time to time, I just like think like, man, fuck that guy. That's so not healthy. I need to, are you okay, Matt? What are you drinking now?
Choked on my beer.
Oh, just beer? Okay.
Finished it though.
Good. That's good. But yeah, that's an unhealthy, like, adult hate. Direct quote from Larry. No, Louis. This
Louis' brother, Larry CK.
Maybe. Wake up one morning, just be like, man, you know, I'm sure, like, I'm cutting chicken, and I can just hear, like, what the fuck? I bet Michael would say fucking something about how I'm cutting this goddamn chicken. You're not supposed to cut it like the way you're cutting it makes it not taste as good. Fuck off. I'm like angry with my shower moments where I'm arguing with people who don't exist. I'm having kitchen moments where I'm like, fuck you, douchebag, asshole. He did nothing to deserve this hate. That's just who he is as a person. I just can't accept it. It doesn't mesh with my douchey soul that I have. This boner of a human being. He's probably the only person who watches this stuff too. He'll be like, "I heard what you said about me."
He's gonna submit a question.
He'll be like, "I don't know why you hate me so much," and "hate me" will be bolded. Like, he'll capitalize "hate me." I don't know where all this hate is coming from, but I really think, I feel like he's someone who types like that. He like puts caps in for words that he's trying to emphasize.
I think you can figure it out for yourself, is what he would say.
Yeah, I think you can figure out for yourself how I feel about this.
You know what I'm talking about. I showed you that text.
Oh my god. This guy's got enemies that he probably doesn't even know about.
No, I don't
say that I'm an enemy. I just definitely, if now this is gonna sound horrible, but if I was a person and there was people who were in a bank and the robbers were like, "We've got hostages."
Oh shit.
And they were like, "How many?" "We got 3. "Who?" "We got Gandhi." "All right." "Why Gandhi?" "No, it has to be something ridiculous." We got Toby Keith. We got this kid named Michael Okamoto, and we got Hitler. And I'll be like, all right.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Basically, it's like, keep the Michael kid, keep Toby, we'll take Hitler. That's how I feel about Toby Keith and Michael Okamoto.
Now it's known worldwide. Brian's hate, yeah. The level of hate for this kid.
Hitler's not a bad guy.
No, I'm talking about how your hate for.
You equate him to?
I don't know. He's not an evil person, but just the sheer, like,
just how much he annoys you, yeah.
The purity, the pureness of his just inability to realize how he just fucking annoys everyone. The only people he doesn't annoy are hippies and people who eat kale because it's healthy for you. If he was a muscular person, he'd be doing CrossFit and he'd be talking about fucking gluten. I know it. But no, he's just a skinny ass kid. Smart as hell though.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't like him.
He took my freaking capstone with me, but he didn't graduate until like this with Carl. He took his capstone super early. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, you can take your capstone whenever.
I would have taken it much earlier and avoided freaking Teague's class.
Yeah.
That was so much stress on me.
I took my capstone class twice because the first time it was just an elective, and then like 2 years later they changed it to a capstone, so I just retook it. I'm like, I already took this, but okay.
That's cool. They couldn't just count it already? 'Cause
No, it was an
you have
elective.
the right credit.
Yeah,
Lame.
because before like my major didn't have a capstone class.
Hmm.
Instead, they say just take some other like interdisciplinary studies capstone or some other one that you could do.
Lame, so it changed on you midway.
Yeah.
That was like when I came to Eastern and they had a Japanese major.
Then it got downgraded.
Yeah. I remember reading it in the honors building, because that's what was it? Genie Hall used to be the honors area. And so, it was like on the wall while I was sitting getting counseled by my advisor, and I was just like, Japanese major? Wow. I was like, I
Yeah.
never knew they had that. And
Talking
then,
with Takeo, I think she's glad that there isn't a major anymore.
yeah.
I mean, the thing is the only people that take Japanese class tend to be otaku, and dealing with them for 2 years is enough for her.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing is she's been the only teacher for quite a while.
Yeah, there really was no program. Like, it was just
You take the class.
put it in her hands, and then
You're Japanese, right? You can teach Japanese people. Sure, I can. Fuck it.
you studied or what was it, math, some kind of engineer. What was it? What was her major?
T-cell.
Really? I thought she did something else at Keio.
She's done like accounting. She's
Yeah. I knew it was business related because I talked to her about it.
got a ton of degrees actually.
Yeah.
But her,
How much money does that account to?
I don't know, but she doesn't have any sort of Japanese
Yeah.
teaching anything. It's just because she's a native speaker that she's allowed to teach it.
It's kind of similar to us.
I miss her. What?
Mhm.
Us, huh? Alright, this is the other 25%. Oh.
Huh? No, I was just saying like similar to us, how we're just native speakers, so that makes us qualified to teach English.
Somewhere around the world, yeah.
I guess.
At least in Korea, you have to have a certificate.
Yeah. TESOL certification.
Yeah,
Sure,
my cousin was working on hers when I last talked to her.
Does Megan have one?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to.
Huh?
It's part of the application.
TESOL certification is... I don't have a piece of paper that says I'm TESOL certified, but I've done all the credits and everything required to be TESOL
Have the experience or whatever.
Well, me having a minor major as ESL basically makes me TESOL certified.
Wait,
Some
if,
company,
if your minor is in T-cell, they don't give you a certificate at the end of that?
they didn't give me a certificate, no.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's like a
So
waste
it's
of time.
but basically it was like, hey, my teacher, Tim, is like, hey man, if you want me to give you a piece of paper that says you're certified, if you need one, just let me know and I'll give you one. I was like, oh, okay. So
Hmm.
I was like, I'll give him a call. If I ever feel like going and working in Korea, I'll just give them a call and be like, yeah, can I get that paper saying I'm TESOL certified so I can work in a place that's not a money trap for old women? And
Well, you never know.
You never know. There are some young people who I don't know why they're learning English. Maybe they should quit. Maybe. So there's an alcohol called imojochu, which is just basically Japanese vodka. And it's not very strong, and it smells bad. But it basically, if you pour it in Coca-Cola, you can't taste it at all. And then, suddenly, and without warning, that Coca-Cola is fucking you up.
So it's like the perfect alcohol. You just put it in whatever.
Really? I mean, I'm sure it would taste bad in stuff that wasn't...
Wait, have you seen Flight? Any of you guys seen the movie Flight with Denzel Washington?
I haven't watched a movie since I came to Japan, other than DVD movies. I remember watching Rocky Horror Picture Show because it's fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's a pilot, and the first thing he does when he gets on, like, while he's already flying, he's like, I'm gonna need access to the fridge, and so he goes in, grabs 3 like vodkas, little Smirnoffs, and then he puts it in like this bottle, and then he pours just the rest of like the Tropicana orange juice that was already open into it, and then he goes back into the cockpit, and he's like, you wanna hit this? To the co-pilot. Co-pilot's like, I'm okay, sir. He's like, all right, well, autopilot, here we come. And then he wakes up and the plane is crashing. And then that's where the movie starts, basically.
I was on a flight to San Diego, and this lady's sitting, like, I was in the window, and then there was a guy next to me, and then this lady, and she just, like, in the middle of the flight, pulls out this, like, bottle of Jack Daniels.
Damn.
She's like, you want some? And I'm
How
like,
did you get that through?
no, it's not like a big bottle.
Oh, like a
like there's like a certain size
yeah.
that they allow through, and if
Through
it's that
your
size,
The perfect.
GSA certified Jack Daniels.
yeah, she's like, hey, you want some Jack Daniels? And I was like, I'm good. You look like you do drugs and shit. I don't know if there's all Jack Daniels in there.
It's LSD.
I also don't want whatever's on your lips to get
Yeah.
on TV in any way.
Exactly. I don't feel like sharing Jack Daniels with you.
I literally don't know you, and this is America.
America.
There's some
No
dangerous
offense.
shit out there.
No offense.
There is some dangerous shit out there, man. Black tar
Like
heroin.
Ebola.
Like shit.
All right.
One of our students at Scuba is worried about Ebola because of he's moving to Texas shortly, and he keeps asking me like, Kevin, tell me more about Texas. I'm like, I fucking don't know.
Dude, Ebola is just... And I don't know why people are freaking out so bad about it. Like,
Because the media.
it's a super deadly disease, and that's its weakness, right? Every single disease has a weakness.
Hmm.
And Ebola's weakness is that it's super deadly and kills people really quickly. It doesn't allow people to spread it.
Yeah, you don't get to spread Ebola because you're dead already.
Yeah.
Measles has like a 300% or 400% larger, or like it's like 800% larger spread than Ebola. But since Ebola is like the death rate of Ebola is so high.
It's efficient. It's an efficient virus.
Well, the thing,
Does
I
what
mean,
it needs
The
to do.
virus would spread better.
Well,
Although-
no, I mean, like it does what it kills. Like,
Yeah.
good
It's-
job.
I mean, what's the line? It's like, if you were to make the perfect disease, you would make AIDS, basically, right? Because it takes forever to kill you, and it's easy to spread.
And it fucks your whole system up.
Yeah, it just completely destroys you.
It destroys the one thing that protects you most.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you were to build the perfect disease, it's AIDS.
Yeah, it's the
But-
disease that makes you get sick.
Mhm.
That sucks.
But like Ebola's, I mean, it's deadly, sure, and it's some real scary shit, but its weakness is that it kills people too quickly. It doesn't actually spread that quickly.
Yeah. Did you read about the lady in Texas who had like 100 something, like crazy high degree temperature?
100.
People were trying to stop it, and I'm just like, well, okay. And now it was reported that one of the healthcare people in Texas contracted Ebola somehow.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. If healthcare professionals are contracting Ebola, they're fucking not doing their job right.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're not supposed to get these bodily fluids on them. They're supposed to be clean and making sure that they're washing their hands and shit.
Wearing all the protective gear.
Yeah, and they're not doing it right then.
You know why? Because of Obamacare. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
They take the blame for this.
You brought Ebola here from your homeland. Thanks, Obama.
Don't worry, man. He'll be gone soon.
You know,
Praise Toby.
Someone could take what you just said, Carl, clip it, and be like, look at these people. They don't even live in America right now, and they hate you.
That's what's fucked up. Yeah. It doesn't take fact checking to be able to be on a news channel anymore.
Bill O'Reilly would cut that up perfectly and just be like, look at these four guys in Japan talking shit about Obama. I love
And
that.
talking shit about me. Bunch of blockheads.
Nope, he wouldn't add that into his show. That would be cut out.
No, because
And then Jon
he's not
Stewart would
afraid
fact
to.
check him.
Yeah. Jon Stewart would be like, all right.
So you didn't add the clip where they're shitting on you, Bill. What's that about? And he's like,
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jon Stewart's like, and the guys from Jabronine Live. All of a sudden,
Which
they have like,
of us, if we got called on to a TV show, who do you want to be called on for the TV show? Out of the four of us,
You'd be the four of us, right?
all four of us together would be sitting on.
Yeah, and then Justin he'd have to call in.
Justin would be on the phone. We did some past checking into your past videos, and you guys just talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, which is okay, I guess. But sometimes you get on some real deep shit, and we've never seen Justin's face, so. And it's like, no one's seen Justin's face. That's how we'd have to say, like, we've never met Justin, actually. Justin's like an entity.
No, Justin's sitting next to us, but he's just like.
Yeah. He's sitting there with like a bag on his head. No one's allowed to see me. That's like the thing.
His first podcast was hilarious. Please be gentle.
Yeah. Please be gentle, guys. That was good. That was a good podcast.
Yeah.
The Jabroning squad slowly grows, and every time
Robert needs to hurry up.
someone gets tased in, but Robert's been in it already.
I know, but Matt doesn't count him, remember?
Yeah, because
He's here.
Matt's a Deutschbag.
That's what you call a German person. Not a German hater.
Wow, you're terrible. No, you're not terrible. Yeah, baby.
Oh, what the hell? That just now sent? I sent that a while ago.
Let's see. Talk about some other news.
we haven't talked about the news. We haven't done anything about news. We got
Talk a little bit about Ebola. Hatsune Miku, y'all.
What?
We're not talking about that idiotic shit.
I don't even know who that is.
The
I have no idea.
anime hologram girl that does concerts.
She's what's her thing called? Vocaloid?
Vocaloid.
Yeah. Basically, you take real songs, then you put it on fast forward, and it sucks.
You auto-tune it.
It's actually real music.
Good Lord.
Is it actually real music?
Well,
Yeah, no, Vocaloid's very popular.
No, I mean like, is it actual like real like songs that we know,
I think it's subjective.
or it's its own genre?
It is subjective because it is an art.
Because usually it just sounds like sound. It's like noise. What it sounds like to me personally.
What do we mean subjective? Because
Some people really
Just
think
the
it's
music.
awesome.
oh,
Like,
sorry,
that Noise.
I wasn't following. I just heard the word subjective. Sorry.
I cannot understand what they're saying. I guess the song that she sang on David Letterman
She was on David Letterman.
Yeah, it was an English song, but you probably wouldn't know just because it does not sound like it's all like robotic, high pitched, screeching kind of.
She was on Letterman, dude.
Looking this shit up right now.
No, it's awful because
How did he intro her?
It was just it's like more of an outro,
Oh shit.
and he's like, "Yeah, that's Hatsune Miku, everyone."
Is it like John
And
Stewart?
he
No,
looks
he's going
really,
again.
he looks really uncomfortable the whole time. Like
How the fuck did he get
he's
this?
just smiling, but like I don't understand this.
why did
Thank God I'm
then
retiring.
like what? Why the fuck did he do that? Is Hatsune Miku that popular in America?
She opened for Lady Gaga during her tour.
Why?
No wonder.
Oh my god.
Let me see this shit. I gotta see this.
That must really hurt. Like like I don't think of it in the same way that like Daft Punk used to do cartoons and stuff for their music, because Daft Punk's stuff is
Gorillaz.
actually good. The Gorillaz, you know, I didn't even know that the Gorillaz was just two dudes who just have a bunch of friends apparently, or they just ask a bunch of people to help them with songs, and a bunch of people are nice. And they just make really good
I
music.
didn't even watch the first
Just skip to it's like 30 minutes or so is like when he comes on, and just really.
I would rather watch the Tupac hologram.
Tupac hologram, like he like moonwalks around a bit, but other than that,
It's pretty
We
cool.
also have the Michael Jackson hologram.
No, that's I can't even count that because that's like him on a screen.
yeah.
Like Tupac was like legitimately like not okay. Well, he was still it was a 2D plane, but he looked 3D from whatever angle. I don't know how the fuck they did that shit projection wise. I need to start studying.
But it's bananas.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened. I guess the news came out like last week, but Naruto is coming to an end.
Finally, goddamn.
Believe it.
Oh my god, really, Matt?
That's the beginning and end of my Naruto knowledge.
Yeah, it's go ahead and read what Justin said about it.
Yeah,
Brian,
we
Brian,
gotta
here
get
we
Justin in here.
I'll read it. I'll read it in my best Justin voice. Let me see. Where is it? There it is. It's ending too fast. Like, it feels like they're rushing things. At least in the anime. I've never read the manga.
That's actually pretty good, Justin.
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, he's not wrong about the manga either. It's like the artwork in the manga is real. It looks sloppy. It's like the guy's just like, we need to fucking finish this shit. I'm tired of this shit. But yeah.
Me too.
I don't know. I feel kind of sad, you know. Like when they finally said that like Friends was gonna be done, like there were gonna be no more Friends episodes. I'd never watched Friends, but I was like, oh, it had a pretty good run. That was.
Yeah, that's true.
It had a cultural impact.
Mm.
You know.
it's-
Yeah, the last movie is already coming out.
I think that comes out like in December. It's like
Yeah.
the series ends November, and then the movie comes out in December.
Yeah, but the anime will keep going. Like,
Of course.
it's not anywhere close, so it has to finish after the manga will finish, but
They'll still have content for the anime.
yeah, the anime is like so far behind right now. It's like 30 chapters behind in terms of episodes, so that's basically 30 more episodes just to catch up, plus whatever. So it's gonna be another year, because they do one episode a week.
Mm.
Well, it's easier to write a manga than it is to make an.
Mm.
Yeah, to color and everything, yeah. And
And voice actors. And
they've recently been adding like more CG, and that's what I hate. It's so annoying when it's CG'd.
Because it's cheaper to make.
It looks so stupid though. It doesn't belong in the in the artwork. It doesn't make sense to have like let's swipe. Let's pan around it and look at this in 3D. No. Keep it like just because can you imagine like Dragon Ball?
Oh, come on.
It's not CG'd.
Of course it's not CG. That's
Yeah,
why it sucks.
That's why it's no, it doesn't suck.
No, it's amazing, but like it's not clear cut. Like you can see the moments when it's like, if I have to draw this 1,000 times to make it look realistic, the guy will draw 5 things and then repeat that for
Yeah,
as
the
long as it
scrolling
takes.
mountains and skies.
Oh.
Every battlefield.
Which is fine, you
Yeah,
know.
but I'm saying like they're riding on a snake and the snake is 3D, but the people are not. That's where it doesn't belong.
It's like this is our Star Wars remake.
I don't like this.
This is your Star Wars remake.
I don't like the Star Wars.
The way that people are like, fucking, they put CG in the Star Wars, it just doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
Same. It's our generation's problem. To where my dad was like, I remember when my dad got the DVD of Star Wars to show me Star Wars, and as we're watching it, he's like, wait.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He's just like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, I thought you've seen this before. And he's like, I haven't seen this. And he was like angry. I was like, man, I didn't know that you felt such emotion for this movie. I should have watched it before. I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah.
Well, like George Lucas is saying like, original version of Star Wars is garbage. And it's like,
He would say that.
it's like the digitalized version is the one I wanted to make, even though it's really dumb.
But what he's saying is that he got lucky with the first 3 movies that he made, and he just wanted to make some really shitty movies.
Well, actually, he wanted to sell toys. That's the main reason, because I guess apparently like the Return of the Jedi is supposed to be a lot darker than it's supposed to be.
But then the Ewoks do.
Like Han Solo is supposed to die, and then like Luke was supposed to turn to the dark side, and Leia was supposed to be the main hero.
Well,
That can still happen. Like
Harrison Ford actually wanted Han Solo to die. He thought that it made more sense in the story to have Han Solo die.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I kind of agree.
Yeah. Yeah. But it looks like the new movie is still on the road to being finished on time.
which one?
Next December.
Is it already filming?
Yeah. They've been filming, I think, since the beginning of the
Who
year.
the fuck is in it?
They've got their cast and everything.
Yeah, they have all the cast
Yeah,
and shit.
I didn't even know that.
Like they have the original cast, but like they're all fucking old.
What's the new movie called? Star Wars what?
Episode 7.
That's it?
Yeah.
No extra titles?
Takes place 30 years after the Return of the Jedi.
Jeez. Epic space opera. That's actually
Can we
what it's
just-
called. A
We
space
all,
opera.
I mean, if Jar Jar Binks didn't exist, like none of Star Wars would have happened. So like,
And then he goes from major character in the first movie to nothing in the second
dude,
movie.
well,
He
no,
became like a senator.
Yeah, he was a
but
goddamn senator, man.
he's not involved in the story after that.
Well, he's
Well,
like, I think we should all make Palpatine take over control.
yeah, he gave Palpatine all the
He's-
power to become
he's
the Emperor.
The one that fucked everything up.
Okay.
Yeah, if he didn't exist, Star Wars wouldn't exist. So my question is from the very beginning, like when he made like A New Hope, was George Lucas thinking, I gotta have Jar Jar Binks?
That's his ace in the hole.
Because if that's true, then fuck the original trilogy, fuck the new trilogy, fuck it all.
Then the new trilogy that they're remaking now.
Yeah.
Which it's not it's not in George Lucas's hands, so it might
No.
be good.
Well, it's J.J. Abrams doing Episode 7, and then they have this other director
J.J.
doing the other two.
Isn't he just a creative consultant though?
No, he's doing the first new movie, and then
J.J. Abrams is really good. I like everything he touches. And I feel kind of douchey saying that, but he's a really good director.
Dude,
Well, the
he did
movie-
Cloverfield too.
yeah.
That was a cool movie. The president.
Yeah.
Really funny thing about Star Wars is like, I think a lot of people say that The Empire Strikes Back is the best one, but Lucas didn't actually direct it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like George Lucas is one of those like super overrated directors.
Yeah, his first two movies weren't that good. One's sci-fi, one was American Graffiti. I did write a 20-page essay about Star Wars in one of my film classes.
And I mean, well, like Indiana Jones was good, but then he did the newest fucking version where that was just a piece of shit.
Piece of Shia LaBeouf.
Piece of Shia LaBeouf, exactly.
Speaking of, oh, never mind. I don't want to talk about that guy.
What?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Even Steven.
Yeah, I actually like that show.
That was an awesome show. I loved that.
See Carlson Romano? Whatever happened to her?
She's hot. She's still hot.
I thought she turned into Morgan Webb, to be honest.
Who?
From G4.
Yeah. Sorry, I brought G4 back into the conversation.
No. I just don't know who Morgan
Well,
was.
G4 was at the beginning before we started doing this.
Morgan Webb was the giant-jawed, like angry lady, right next to a really nasally annoying guy who gave everything a 2 out of 5.
Adam Sessler.
Adam Sessler, and we give this a 2 out of 5. I didn't really like this game. I didn't like it at all. Neither did Morgan Webb. The two of us have the entire idea of what video games should be. We do video games all the time. So I don't really like what this is. Frankly, it's really dumb. Repeat something over and over again that's kind of a funny joke that they think's funny. It's like a stupid fart joke or something. It's totally... And oh no, we give this game 2 repeated fart jokes out of 5. They don't... We give this game 2, I don't know what you're talking about, out of 5. Because they always take some shitty chunk of a video game to where the guy's just like, wait a minute, guys. Voice acting is not the strong point of this video game. So, the graphics are really nice, and the gameplay is actually very fun. So this game's actually not that bad. So we're going to give it 2, I don't know what you guys are talking about, out of 5. Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. I had a thing for Morgan Webb for like a minute, then I orgasmed and felt bad. You're welcome, Internet. I was watching that one show that was about you just watch parts of video games and it was like nocturnal emissions.
Oh, the Cinematech Nocturnal Missions. That was like one after midnight or whatever.
All right, yeah, there's gonna be some dirty bits in this game. It's awkward. It's like, oh no, it's just video games that are really violent.
Occasionally they have like a random like Japanese anime boob game or something.
Oh, you know so much about it, Matt.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch it, so I did watch it all the time.
Speaking of weird Japanese games, so I think now I have a Quest.
You have a Quest?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna get one of those PC porn games and play it?
No.
It could be something we could talk about on our website.
Gotta find.
It could be a blog post.
Gotta find the Nova Sagi Nintendo DS game.
Uh-huh.
I gotta find the Yoshinoya PS2 game.
The Yoshinoya PS2 game.
So there's a game like basically you're like a worker at Yoshinoya. Basically you have to like give orders. Like basically they come to your desk, so you push like a button, and it gives them the food. And it's kind of like a timing like puzzle game thing. Yep.
All right.
And
See that post I just put?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Completely skip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but so
I heard about this on The Big Bang Theory. That's the only reason why I posted it.
that would be a really interesting way to do it. But see, Sachi had never seen Star Wars, so I was like, this is like, you're a human being, you have to watch Star Wars. Like, you have to know, like, it's one of those stories that, like, you
Yeah.
have to know the story, right? There's so many cultural codes in America that are based off of Star Wars, right? And so I did
Isn't it kind of a worldwide phenomenon?
It is. I did.
Right?
It is worldwide, but she's never seen him, and so
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, so I did 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Because see, the thing is you have to set up the fact that Vader is the father. Sorry if anybody watching didn't know that.
Shit. Carl.
God damn it! Should have said spoiler
There goes
alert.
all our viewers.
Spoiler alert. But you know, like, you have to set that one up, and you have to have the Leia is the sister. Sorry, spoiler alert again. But but you know, you have
That's
to.
gonna have to censor all this later.
You know, you have to have that in there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because those are like two really big surprises. But if you watched in this order, you get the Luke, I am your father, or no, I am your father, I guess is technically the line. But I don't know, the sister thing isn't necessarily a surprise if you watch it in this order.
Mm-hmm.
Machete cut. Where you go 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. Because we skipped Jar Jar fucking Binks.
Yeah, but he still has his important lines where
He still has his
He has like
important
one
lines.
The
scene.
5 lines in episode 2, yeah.
Yeah.
But like episode 1 is like useless. It doesn't serve any purpose. in the
Yeah, man,
story.
I was mad that they killed freaking Darth Maul. And my one of my brother's favorite characters is Qui-Gon
They
Jinn.
didn't
Yeah.
kill him.
Yeah, it's useless to have him there.
No, they didn't kill Darth Maul. They brought him back.
Not
What?
in the movies, but like in
Oh.
the expanded universe or whatever. Actually, in the Clone Wars, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, in the Clone Wars, they
He's
brought him
like
back.
half spider bot.
Yeah,
That's
it's
hot.
the dumbest. It's the dumbest thing ever.
The Clone Wars by itself, that cartoon, is like that. The watching order for that is also really scrutinized. Like Netflix officially has it now, and a lot of people are like, "You didn't put it in the fucking right order," and it's like this is the order that they were released on DVD.
There was a movie that was supposed to be the introduction of it, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I want to watch it, but I don't know what order. It's like similar to how like when I first started watching the Naruto stuff, I skipped over all the filler because that's useless. In the same way that Dragon Ball Kai and all that stuff is way better because it's just the story, the like what is it called, canon.
Uh huh.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Kai
Mhm.
is the...
The one currently airing right now, like ooh.
But the episode where Goku and Piccolo learn how to drive is the best episode.
Completely forgot about that episode. Damn.
It's like Goku and Piccolo are really bad drivers, but then like they accidentally drive the car off the cliff. But then they can fly and save the car. And then the test examiner or whatever is like, "You guys can fly? Here, you guys can have licenses."
What the hell?
It was really dumb. Because the reasoning was like, Chi-Chi's like, "You guys need to learn how to drive."
Writer's block, man. That shit gets you some of the craziest episodes in anime. I don't know what anime started that shit, and I hate it. And it just throws a wrench in the story, but it brings some of the best fucking episodes in anime history, like the Samurai Champloo baseball episode.
Hmm.
Where just these like medieval samurai dudes are playing baseball against like the first European people to come into Japan. And it's just amazing. And people just die throughout the episode. People are dying in the episode, and when they die, like it does a zoom in on their face, and then they say something along like, "I've lived a long and happy life. I don't fear death." And then the screen goes gray, and there's like a picture frame goes around the screen, and it turns black and white, and it's like, bing, like the pictures that are hanging in people's houses in Japan of the dead family members from the 50s and before. Just a picture of someone like, and it's just black and white. nicely framed, and so the anime is just making fun of people having nicely framed family members dying all over their house. So it's like a nice fourth wall joke. It's flavorful. And
Sorry.
then the people who are American or European, they're just Japanese guys speaking English, and it's just so deliciously bad. Like two guys are like standing guard on their boat, and then a Japanese guy is trying to sneak on the boat, and then the guys are like, "Hey, who are you?" And he's like, wow, is what he says. And then they're like, yo, hey, what are you doing? And then he's like, oh, America Gene, and they start shooting at him with guns. And he runs away. But that like 10 seconds is like ESLG in Japan, like bam. It's just perfect. Just like, I don't know who they think they're fooling with that. Hey, who are you? But it is not kosher. But it was great. It's one of the best. I recommend if anyone wants to watch anything anime related, this is going to be the one. Hey, yo, Brian Adams wants you to watch an anime thing. It'll be the fucking baseball episode of Samurai Champloo because it's funny as shit.
I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. Filler. Yep, totally lost it.
How about them Kansas City Royals? Haven't lost a game in the playoffs.
Kansas City Royals.
Haven't been to the playoffs in 29 years, and now they can't fucking lose.
Great, Carl. Now you jinxed them.
Now they're going to lose the next 4 games and be out.
Nah.
No, dude. Today, Japanese baseball playoffs pissed me off so much. I'm like super raging about this right now. Like, they had a tie game. Right? In Japanese baseball, you can have ties.
Isn't it playoffs?
Yeah. That's
What?
what pisses me off. They had a tie game in the playoffs. Right? I thought it was like,
Isn't there a series?
I thought it was like NFL where like you can get a tie in the regular season, but like playoff time, the game never ends until it's actually over. No, this was some like real bullshit. Like Hanshin was playing against Hiroshima, and they like made it to like the 12th inning, and nobody had scored, and they were like, "Oh, yep, that's the game."
All right.
I'm like, nobody scored. What? That can't be the ball game. And so now it's a 4-game series. Because one of the games is a tie. Now they have to play an extra game. And I'm like, you can't just keep playing until somebody wins the game instead of playing a whole nother game on a different day.
I thought that's the whole thing about baseball is that the game ends. Someone loses, someone wins, no matter how long. Back in like 2005, wasn't there a game that went like 20-some innings and it was ridiculous?
Yeah, there's been games that go like 20 innings. The only time that I've ever heard of a tie in baseball is like the 2000, I think it was 7 All-Star game, but that was because they ran out of pitchers.
Didn't run out of pitchers?
Well, they ran out of pitchers because it was an All-Star game and you only pitch like 1 inning.
Let's see. Interesting.
Yeah. But like,
That's weird.
they legitimately had a tie in the playoffs. Like, that's bullshit. Where's the rest of my game?
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, I know your season, the rest of your season, this is really important, so we'll see you next time, guys. Rest up well, and
Yeah.
next time. We'll just scratch this one up on the chalkboard. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so now there's like 2 more games. right? Because it's a 3-game series,
Yeah.
and so now they've played 2 games, but they've only really played 1 that mattered. In the other league, they actually finished their games like they should. Oryx won today.
Oh shit, they're still in.
Dude, yeah. If they win, they go to the I don't know what they call it. I think they call it the final stage.
Don't you remember when Oryx was terrible?
Dude, yeah, they had Kei Gawa. That's why they're terrible. That guy was garbage. Now they have some guy that's like being considered for the MVP.
Brian, did you ever see a baseball game at Oryx?
Nope.
What?
Dude, it's like 15 minutes away from school.
Nope.
Dang.
That was
Dude.
so much fun.
Yeah, when I was in Japan, $1, 100 yen was like
Oh yeah, that's
$2.
Oh.
So I couldn't really do anything
Mm.
except eat and lose weight because I couldn't even eat. And then I got a pneumonia. And good thing I had a girlfriend, that friendly lady who I'll never talk to again.
I think I
She
saw her.
kept me alive. Dude, she works in coffee shops.
She works at what is it,
Totoro, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have seen her
Pretty sure, maybe.
Where in Sannomiya?
in Sannomiya, the one right across from the JR station. Well, not right across.
It's at the bottom.
No, it's over by Sentai, right?
Like it's at the bottom of the station where the buses are. No, sorry.
Like right next to Sentai guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I'm
She's
pretty
like
sure
the
I saw
manager
her.
there or something, I think. Last time I heard about her.
I was trying not to be seen because there's nothing more awkward than running into your
Friend's
friend's
ex.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Man, yeah, you know, that's life. That's how it works out. But now I'm all aflutter with butterflies for other women, so she lost her opportunity. So
Yep.
she'll be like, "Oh, yeah." It'll be great when she's talking to like some douchebag who overpowers her, and she just says okay to him, and some shitty Japanese guy who probably isn't gonna be a very good person. Hopefully, she finds a good guy. God, I hope so. Then she'll be watching TV, and she'll see something come up about us being famous. Then she'll be like, "Fucking shit."
These
It'll be
assholes.
It'll be like the song Skater Boy.
Yeah, it'll be exactly like the song Skater Boy, and then we're gonna sell out just as bad as Avril Lavigne did.
We're gonna find out our Chad Kroger.
We're gonna find our Chad Kroger, and then
Was he the skater boy? Ew.
Chad Kroger. Maybe he was. Do you know, like, weird story about Canadian people who are good at skateboarding? The actor for My Name is Earl used to be like a famous skateboard super legend back before vert ramps became the thing of skateboarding. He was a good street skater. There you go. The world.
No, it's like our the South Park 4-point plan from their Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Start up, cash in, sell out, bro down.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly how you do it.
We started up. We haven't cashed in yet, but
We need to start up somewhere between starting up and cashing in.
We need to restart up.
Yeah, we got lost.
started.
We haven't gotten lost yet, though.
Yeah.
That is just,
Somewhere in between cashing in and selling out, we lost our way.
yeah.
We forgot to get to the bro down.
That was such a.
I think we skipped to the bro down.
Yeah, we
I'm pretty sure we're just broing down right now.
we start up bro down.
This is clearly a bro down.
It's a backwards.
It's like the only thing that's missing is Kevin and Carl didn't drink, or else this would be a bro down for sure. It's us talking about bullshit for hours.
I think it's been 2.5. Yeah.
Right now,
So
yeah.
we could probably
We're on pace to finish early. Are we? Like,
we could probably call it for today.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm down.
Good.
Brian,
Cool.
don't forget, Kondo-san wanted me to tell you you work at 10:50.
I work at 10:50.
Yeah, check your schedule. 'Cause
Okay.
she was like,
Be there at 9:50.
means
Well-
be there before I am.
Well, because they keep like switching my shit around on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10:50 kids listen with Kinon?
Tomorrow? That's the new girl.
My first lesson is
The new girl.
a level 2 girl, and then I got a man-to-man with a girl I don't know, then a voice lesson, and then I got the Aoyama kids, and then I got a break. So I think I have what I'm gonna do. Yep, I have my plan now. Plan's in motion. All right.
Woo!
Brian's gonna start up.
Gonna do my own startup business and see how it works out.
Start up, cash in, sell out, throw down. I love how they're connecting the new episodes,
That's what I was saying, right?
That was pretty interesting. Yeah, it's all connected.
right? Because like, there's only been a few references,
Yeah. Lord.
like other than like the obviously like the trilogy, like
The Black
Imagination
Friday trilogy.
Land. Yeah, other than the trilogies, there's only been a couple times where they've referenced other episodes.
Yeah.
Like this is like the 54th time I've given birth to a Kenny or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the few times, but like these ones are actually like connecting with
Yeah.
things that are like fresh in your mind.
Then and then they did the end of one season's South Park with the beginning of the next season. South Park was
Yeah.
connected kind of
Poopy.
when
Everything
Stan was just
shitty.
becoming an alcoholic,
Oh yeah,
an
that was
8-year-old alcoholic. I wonder if they're gonna bring that up anytime soon. Like he's gonna be drinking whiskey, or like Jim
Yeah,
Beam.
I love how Cartman talks to Stan about his dog.
Yeah. You need to leash your dog, bruh.
That's not the first time he's ever talked to Stan about Wendy like that. Dear Wendy.
Every time he talks about her, and I love that they had like a love interest episode. 'Cause they hate each other, but they were put together as like buddies, and they started like the sexual tension was going crazy. So she's like, "Fuck, I think I might like Cartman," and then her friend's like, "No, just kiss him, and you'll get over it." And then she's like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, sexual tension. That shit happens all the time." And it's just like, "Oh, okay." And so she kisses him, and then she's like, "Oh, yep, that fixed it." And then he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Like in his heart, he like actually liked her. Poor Cartman. So he hates Stan probably because of that. He hates Kyle because he's a douchebag who hates Jewish people. He hates Stan because Stan is with his girl that he hates because she played with his heart. And
Because he's
he likes
Mysterion.
he hates Mysterion, but he doesn't know Mysterion's Kenny, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So
cool.
I die every episode.
And you guys don't give a shit.
you guys don't even know. You just show up like, "Oh, hey, Kenny, what's going on?"
He gets a gun, shoots himself, and he's like,
They're like, "Oh my god!"
"Oh my god, you
And then he walks through the door. They're like, "Oh, hey, Mysterio. See, I told you guys.
You guys don't even know.
What are you talking about?"
You guys don't remember me killing myself, do you?
He's like, that shit hurts." Yeah.
I love how he's like, "I'm the only one of you guys that actually has superpowers. I'm the only one that has powers. I can't die." And they're like, "That's a pretty lame power, man." Like, and then of course Mint Berry Crunch saves the day.
Mint Berry Crunch, man.
Who's the actual character from Mint Berry Crunch? Is he just Mint Berry Crunch?
Minberry Crunch. Minberry Crunch is the brother of the emo fat chick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's the connection. I forgot his name. I don't know if they say his name. They say his name like the alien guy's like, your name is this.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Very
Bradley Biggle.
yeah.
Had to Google him.
Mild-mannered Radley Biggle.
Very crunch.
He was able to smite Cthulhu back to the depths, enough just in time to be able to go and flip up his fat bitch sister.
Did you know Cthulhu is a real thing?
Cthulhu's a real thing, huh?
People actually believe in Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, people believe in Cthulhu. Because H.P. Lovecraft's stories are terrifying. Truly some of the most mindfucky shit I've ever read in my life is H.P. Lovecraft stories.
Who's more terrifying, Cthulhu or Slender Man?
Cthulhu? Although Slender Man is basically just the same thing, except instead of a giant, monstrous, tentacle-faced demon, he's a tall, mind-reading, tentacled demon.
Which would you rather not bump into?
He's right behind you, bro. You got that dark room. Good luck going in there now. Talking about Slender Man.
They released that on the PS3.
Nah.
Slender Man game? It's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Like the new remake version or whatever. It's just like Slender the Rival.
Although that's, to be honest, it's just a stupid jump scare game. Unless they fixed it somehow. You just walk around picking up papers and getting scared. It's a 15-minute game that you play over and over again because it's scary.
Oh, because I think it's harder too. Like, I think it's impossible to actually get all the.
It's
Well,
not
it's
impossible.
not impossible. It's just really, really hard. You have to like memorize where all the pages are, and then
Then get them.
because I think it's just randomly, like random how the Slender Man shows up.
No, man, you're never supposed to turn around.
No, because you like go around a
Turn
corner
to
and
get-
you'll.
If you like turn corners and stuff, he appears. Like he appears. If you just spin in a circle really fast, he slowly appears. Like and gets closer to you.
The camera starts like
It's the
staticking.
worst. That worst. That little like. Ah! Ah! Come on! And you wonder, because when he sees you, that's when, if he sees you, then your camera starts going crazy. So when you're walking through the woods, and there's trees that are all crazy and shit, there's like two trees close together, and for like that split second where he's like standing right behind that tree, and it's like, because he's so close to kill you, but you kept walking so he can't see you now, so you're safe. So I wonder, is that just a game being douchey, or is that you getting really lucky that there were two trees right next to each other to survive? Yeah.
I never played. I watched my brothers play that game.
I can only get to the third piece of paper before the ambiance makes me turn the game off. Because it's like, walk around in the darkness, this isn't too bad, you know.
Slender Man never made it to South Park.
Pick up first piece of paper. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Game over, man. That music is not cool. Second one is like he's always watching. Yeah, that piece of paper says he's always watching. I don't like that. Broop. Yep. The screen goes broop for a half second. Nope, I'm done. I'm gonna go look at pictures of kittens. Like PewDiePie does when he gets really scared. $20 million.
Have you been in a bookstore lately to see that book?
Mm-mm.
What's the name of the book? I posted a picture of it on Facebook. Let me find it. It's basically, the translation of the title would be like, "What if cats vanished from the earth?"
Jeez.
I don't want to think about that.
世界から猫が消えたら、消えたなら。And it's
Someone
like,
actually made that a book?
yeah, there's actually going to be a movie about it.
What if cats disappeared from the earth? It
Yeah,
would
they
either be a better or it'd be much better or much worse. I don't know.
Well, I
I
don't
think
know.
it'd be much, much worse.
Are we talking about felines in general or just house cats?
I would imagine that it's just house cats.
Aw, man.
There'd be so many more birds.
There'd be the internet would
And mice.
not exist. Nobody would use the internet. Half the internet would be gone. The only thing left would be porn.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. To be honest, it's not like I'm not looking at pictures of cats all the time.
Cat's a cover word.
Just gonna look at some cats, guys.
No, but then there would,
Brian.
no, in that case, the meaning behind the word pussy would be totally different.
Hey-o! I have to go to the bathroom now.
Alright.
No connection.
I don't even know where that came from. Whoa.
On that note, you can probably call this. So bye-bye, Brian.
Bye-bye.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
the
bye-bye,
show.
Carl.
See ya.
Bye-bye, Kevin.
All
Sound bye-bye.
people, all one person
Bye-bye,
watching this.
bye-bye, Justin. He's out in Tokyo partying up. Yeah, so we can see you guys again next time. Thanks for listening.